It got that nasty ass aftertaste.
It has the worst aftertaste.
That shit is gross, bro. I don't know. No, how are they in business? How are they still like producing?
Man, the people that like sweet and low also drink their Kool-Aid without sugar.
That's gross.
Damn.
That is nasty.
Super gross.
Yeah, I was highly offended. That was the first and last time I ever went to Denny's. Matter of fact, I was with you.
Never went back.
Fuck no.
I said to frozen breakfast sandwiches that I pull out of the freezer.
Denny's is fucking garbage, bro. Their Grand Slam ain't that damn grand.
Nah.
Con.
Oh boy.
Do you know why today's a good day, Con?
Fuck this guy.
Because the day, finally the day that you get it. Now you understand. I've been with
Why are we doing this?
I've been investing my
Because the video just
time
came out.
to get you.
You said what?
The video just came out.
Yeah, it did. It did.
To get your focus back, Con. Show me the jazz. Are you ready? Yes.
We might make t-shirts off of that.
Stickers
I gotta
too.
show you
Show
the
me the
thing.
jazz. We definitely
Say it with
stickers.
me. Say it with me.
I got it. Show me the jazz. Bro, I got it. Stop screaming. We good. I got it.
Well, we opened up in a very unconventional way.
Hey.
Fuck y'all. The fucking
Unconventional
both of y'all
way.
just started.
Hey.
Oh, man.
You know who it is. Big Body Bez.
My guy.
When you see me, you should thank me for not punching you in the face. Go all the way to Colorado, give me a pack of some Camels and some Febreze. I like my Clay plug-in. Cinnamon apple. Do you hear me? Holla at me.
Facts, P.
I was over there on 35th Ave. You wasn't with me, kid.
I'm swaying in the morning.
I swear in the morning.
Make sure you get my chicken cutlets too, nigga.
Just Heather B just in
Heather
the
B.
background, just screaming.
Did Heather B used to rap?
Yeah.
She used to rap for sure. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
so-
listening to like I was listening to the radio, and it was something. It was like a DJ mix, and like it was a woman rapping, and I swear I heard Heather B, and I was like, oh shit,
No, that's her.
okay.
No, that's how she like. I'm pretty sure that's like how she got that.
I
show
feel like I should have known that, and I don't.
Hey, y'all doing, gentlemen?
I'm good, bro.
Good morning, beautiful.
It's back to being cold as shit after the 2 days of summer.
Yeah, what the
Insulting.
fuck?
In January,
Insultingly
Come
cold.
on, bro.
it's global warming.
Like how dare it be cold in winter? I don't get it.
I'm saying.
Were you more mad that it was warm outside, or because you didn't know, or were you like, oh fuck, it's warm, I'm happy about it, I'm not prepared?
No, I stepped out of the house and it was warm and I was blissed. Like
Only reason I was mad was because I got all dressed up in
cold,
warm clothes,
Yeah.
and it was warm outside. So I just like took everything off and went outside.
And
with
then we had
just a
that
plain
rain
t-shirt.
come through, bro. It felt like spring, smelled like spring. I was ready.
Right.
And then 16 degrees.
Yeah, I took my dog out that morning, and I was wearing like a robe and fucking, I was bundled down, and I started sweating. I was like, oh shit, it's lit. I put shorts on, dead ass, slapped on some shorts. I was like, all right, who trying to go to the pool?
Because the worst part right now about winter is that every building is warm. So you're like not ever prepared to step outside into that tundra.
Very true.
Facts B. So what y'all up to this week, man? What y'all been doing?
Little
I've been with
this,
guy
little
most of
that.
the week.
Well, if y'all thought that I was going to come in here and not talk about my Eagles, y'all were wrong.
Oh, we starting off with some
I
toe
watched,
loss.
I watched the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That fourth quarter was hot. The
It was
entire
hot.
game was really
Was it hot?
good.
Yeah, I love that.
missed it.
I love that layup that Matt Ryan pitched. We're talking sports, right? We're talking some F-ball, right, Nick? Some
I
F-ball.
can't
Well,
wait
he
to-
actually did attempt a layup, and
I
it
can't
was
wait till you
gross.
bring up wrestling so I can clown you. Can't wait. Can't fucking wait.
Nick hates. He hates it if he
Go
feels
ahead,
like
bro.
if he feels like I'm disrespecting football
Bring up
just
Triple
a
H.
little bit.
Bring up Triple H. It's gonna be the same vibe.
Hey, look,
same
wrestling
energy.
fans have been getting bullied for years.
That's very
You
true.
deserve
Y'all
it.
didn't get
You
bullied.
We've been
a
deserve
getting
lot.
it.
bullied for years.
because it's
You said you
you deserve it.
Wrestling is fucking fun, okay,
That's like the-
Javon?
the
Wrestling is
poorest-
fun. Grown men wearing no shirts, no pants, covered in oil, grabbing each other. It's a blast.
I'd rather listen to Amy Schumer do stand up
That's
than
all
watch
right.
wrestling.
Wow.
All right. See, now
Wow.
that's don't do that. That's mean.
Wow.
Now you're just being mean. Fucking Amy Schumer with that Gerber baby face.
Oh shit!
Oh my God. She do like the Gerber baby.
Yeah,
Is
she
she the
does.
Gerber baby?
She
She is now.
She could be.
She was. Congrats.
She was.
Free sponsorship.
She.
Yeah. So how the Eagles do? Like how was the game?
I mean, it was a defensive game. But then Foles came out second half. It was good.
Look.
It was good.
So
there was Foles out.
Huh?
They took Foles out?
No, he was garbage in the first half. He came in the second half.
Oh, he
Did
showed
you see
up.
that photo? It was like someone took like 2 photos, right? It was like one of Quavo talking about he was like the Eagles don't got it. They're fucking done, right? The next photo is because Quavo's like he's a Falcons fan.
Yeah.
The next photo is just Quavo. He has a face. It's just his face, and he just says "fuck." Like, damn.
Now I saw that. You know how everybody's doing that thinking thing. And they're like, see the Falcons, or you can't.
Oh, the fucking.
You can't blow a lead in the Super Bowl if you don't make it to the Super Bowl.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Whew. Sports.
No,
man.
the other game was terrible.
Yeah. I mean, we knew
God,
it was
I
going to
turned
be
it off.
Titans and Patriots. I mean,
I thought in a playoff game you would at least stand a chance, and Titans did not at all.
Titans are like their tight end is very underrated because he does a lot. But if you do a lot for an irrelevant team, of course you're going to be underrated. Like,
Mariota's dope though.
Wait, so the Super Bowl is next month?
Yeah, February 4th.
February 4th.
Yes.
So like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes. It'll be one more week of playoff games. So there's 2 today, technically. So, but when this goes out,
And odds are I'm probably going to be over this man's house because like normally when the
Yeah, I
Super
don't
Bowl's
know
on,
what I'm doing.
Whenever the Super Bowl goes down, I'm either remember Carmen.
Yeah.
I'm normally at her crib or I'm at his crib. Even though I don't watch football, I'll still just come through just for the festivities and shit.
We should do Super Bowl live.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fun.
It's my birthday.
That's right.
Is it
Aren't
birthday?
you
Yeah,
going to
it's the day of my
aren't you going to New
birthday.
Orleans or some shit?
Nah, I was going to Mardi Gras, but that shit, like, a whole bunch of circumstances kind of
Word, I
got
feel
me
you.
out the. Life has a way.
Basically, like I feel you.
Yeah. So.
I'm
But-
totally eating right now.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all want to do something on the Super Bowl, let's do something on the Super Bowl.
Just some.
We
Oh.
can. So what's good, gents?
I did want to bring up. There's a lot of music shit going on. I don't know if y'all noticed.
And it always.
Mm-hmm. Well, first, I didn't really have a reaction to it, but I figured maybe one of y'all did.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see Lil Xan change his name?
To Diego.
To Diego, yeah.
I'm actually kind of glad he did it because of all this.
The Xanax shit.
Yeah,
you
the
know.
way Lil
culture
Peep
and all that.
died.
He was Cole Bennett, this video director. He just dropped a video with Mac Miller, Made in Tokyo, and DJ Carnage.
Yeah.
And
I
you
heard
saw that
about
video?
Yeah.
It's a really good video. It's just the song is just short as shit, but I'm calling him Lil Xan now. Lil Xan, he made a little cameo appearance. It's cool as shit, bro. It's a really dope video, but it's just
Yeah.
really fucking short.
I mean, Carnage, I don't know if he had the same director, but him and Young Thug have a song with Meek Mill. It's
I know you're talking about.
Homie.
Oh, homie, the one where it's like
It's like a pendulum
Yeah,
swinging over
and
the
Thug
table.
keeps just, like,
That is
screaming, going crazy. Yeah.
So tough.
that shit is hard, bro.
So tough.
That just proves my point that Thug might be like the greatest artist of this generation.
Yeah,
That's a bit
he's-
of a stretch, but I really think so.
I mean, it's not a stretch that I'm willing to argue because it's like, yeah. If you consider it, I'm not mad at you.
And the thing was, I used to hate Thug.
Yeah.
I used to hate Thug.
I was not a
I
fan.
want to get one more project out of him before I say that.
What projects from Thug did you like? Because there's a good. I mean, he's put out so many. There's some that I like.
I like
They're
Barter
so
6. I like
different. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I like Barter 6. I definitely liked
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Yeah, that
Jeffrey
I
was-
went back.
that
and
made
listened.
me like really like Thug.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I
went
wasn't
back
like
and,
a Thug believer.
I went back and listened to Jeffrey because I was at the gym, matter of fact, and I was just playing the whole album, and I was like, I forgot there's a lot of fucking bangers on there, yo. Like the Floyd Mayweather joint.
Yeah.
I love that joint. Harambe, obviously.
My favorite one's
Harambe. I mean, Wyclef was always my top.
Yeah.
Wyclef was definitely my top. I just really like that hook.
I play that shit like every day.
Yeah. No, that's a very good project. I even, after I saw him in concert, I went back and listened to the
How is he in concert?
Easy
'Cause-
Breezy. But he was high as shit.
Oh wait, that was the one where you said he showed up
He
late.
was late. He was really late. I was actually mad at him, but I couldn't turn away his music. And then like
How long did he perform for? Like half an hour?
it was like 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. So it was a decent set, but he was like the act. So it's like, you let your headliners perform longer than you did, and you were late.
Wait, who was there before Thug? Who was opening for him?
Cashmere Cat, Vince Staples. It was like a festival type thing. We had this. I forgot his name. It's like Sombra or something like that.
Sampha?
No, it was. His name will come to me. I'll randomly shout it out during the show. But no, it was really good. I actually became a fan of Cashmere Cat. If y'all don't know who that is, like a Norwegian DJ. He usually gets like pop stars on his.
I've seen a couple of his songs.
Yeah, but his originals are dope, and he put a lot of Kanye into his mixes for this show. And I'm always Vince Staples. I've always been Vince Staples big. So,
what's the best show that you've been to?
Kanye West's concert was.
Yeah, I've only been to a couple, so
I've been to a few.
I'm probably gonna say the Mac Miller one that we went to.
I would say Anderson .Paak.
Oh wait, I lied. Yep.
Anderson .Paak.
See, the shows that I went to, they weren't like. I'm not gonna say. What was it? They weren't like fucking the artists that are fucking at the like top of the mountain or no shit like that.
Yeah, nah.
But they were still really, really good. You remember Ryan Leslie?
Yeah.
That was a really good show.
That was a really good show, and that was we went in like really not knowing who he was. We only knew like like one or two songs, but that was really
I didn't
good.
realize how many like things he had done because that's like right after the shit he did with Lloyd Banks 2 came out, so he like did that snippet
Wasn't it,
real
like,
quick,
Faster or some shit like that.
Yeah, and then he had a really like dope set. And I didn't really know much about him.
Mac Miller, we went to the first concert I ever been to was Mac Miller, and that was when he first dropped his first album, Blue Slide Park.
That was your first concert?
That was my very first concert.
Shit.
My very first concert was when it was Nappy Boy Radio with T-Pain and Chris Brown. I went out to University of Maryland to see them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
My first concert was Backstreet Boys.
What was
when I was like 8?
What was this, the fucking back
the
in
Back in Black tour. The Back in
the Back in Black tour?
Yeah, the Black and Blue tour, whatever the fuck it was.
So look, I'm a big NSYNC fan.
Yeah.
I would have killed to go to the No Strings Attached tour. I would have killed to
hell
see that
yeah.
shit. I watched the videos and that shit was wild.
One of the reasons why I didn't go to a lot of concerts I had opportunity to go to is rap artists like perform, but they don't like. They just like rap. They don't like. It's not a. Like,
I know what you're trying to say.
Encompassing thing.
Like
Or at
when
least I
you go
felt
like a Meek
that.
Mill show, Meek Mill ain't jumping around.
Yeah, he's just rapping. When I went to Drake, I went to the Drake Future thing in Ohio. They had that when they were touring together. And it was just like, that's exactly what it was. But Drake's like such a superstar. He brought on LeBron James and stuff like that. So he touched, and then he like had his stage float. So he tried to mix it up. But
Drake brings like the theatrics and shit
He
to the
does.
shows. You know what I mean? So,
But like I want to go to a Young Thug concert because that is a performance. Like that is an act.
Really?
Like, you've never seen like
I
mean
watched-
not Young Thug.
I was about to say,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Travis Scott.
Okay, I was
Travis Scott. Yeah, my fault. I mixed that up. But
no, I want to go to Travis Scott, but I need to prep. I feel like
Yeah.
I might get hurt over there.
yeah,
Deadass,
I mean
man.
they're doing mosh pits
They're
and
going
stuff.
crazy. A
like,
lot is going on at one
Yeah.
time.
Hell yeah.
everything.
A lot is going on.
But I like that. I feel like that's when I get my money.
It gets me hyped up.
Yeah.
I really like because when I watched that rodeo tour, I wish I was there, and it was in Houston, so he had to turn up.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, everything he was doing, bro, they were going crazy. I remember he did Quintana, right? He was doing one slow type song, kind of just like doing his weird like little crooning shit.
Yeah.
And then just like without warning, just went into Quintana, and everybody just started like at once just saying the words, going crazy, and then he stops it, starts it over, and then you know how niggas like to do that fucking 1, 2, and I gotta pull that up.
He has crowd control.
He has really good crowd control.
Yeah.
That's why I really fuck with him. He got good crowd control. There was this one video I saw. These are the shows that I can't fucking go to because like they're like halfway across the world. But like
Facts.
there was this old video, not old, sort of old. It was ASAP Rocky and Schoolboy Q, and they performed. It was Rocky's show. I don't remember whose show it was. Damn, I think it was Rocky's show, and Q showed up like as a surprise guest.
Yeah.
And they performed Brand New Guy. Remember Brand New Guy?
Yeah.
Oh man, the crowd knew all the words, yo, all the words.
You know, I don't listen to Schoolboy Q on his own, but whenever he's with Rocky or with Ab-Soul, like the Druggies with Hoes and everything, for some reason he's like
Hold on.
one of the best
Hold
featured
on.
artists.
What did you just say? You don't.
Schoolboy
I want to make
Q's
sure I heard
alright.
you.
Schoolboy Q's all right. I'm not.
He's
I'm not
all
huge.
right.
I'm not huge on that man.
Here we go.
He's all right. What do you mean he's all right?
What was that one? Sacrilegious. I like.
Oh, you talking about off
I like
of
that.
Habits and Contradictions.
Yeah, I like that. And then Oxymoron was like a
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Every other
with
track
Oxymoron,
was alright.
I'm not gonna defend it because Oxymoron, I was what Blank Face is. I wanted Oxymoron to be, and I was kind of let down.
yeah.
Still a good album. Still a good album. It wasn't what I wanted to be, but I still enjoyed it. So I'm not gonna defend Oxymoron.
Blank Face was his best one,
Obviously,
and it was pretty good.
it was pretty good. What the hell do you want him to do?
I don't still play it. Like, I don't play anything off of it. I listened to it once, maybe twice, and I was like, oh, that was nice.
That was nice.
Hey,
So
you
out of
can
all the
get
TDE
Conrad,
projects
though.
that dropped like around that time, which one was your favorite?
See,
Oh, what year was that?
but
That was like
it depends.
2016.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I played Absol's album every day for
Alright,
like
okay.
2 weeks.
I can't
But
get mad at that then. I
but-
can't get mad at that.
He, outside of like lyrics, because Absol doesn't have.
Well, then you can help
I
me out real
listen
quick.
to
You can help me
for
out real quick.
lyrics.
What was the song with Dash? What's that song called? Because I was doing an interview the other day and I was trying to figure that out.
The song with Dash.
I'm just a youngin' from Del Llama.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Fuck.
Dude, with shirts
It's
by
Absol
Farragon.
Shit.
Shit, man. I don't know names of it. I could rap the whole thing for
I
you.
know
man.
the song. Like, I know the song, but I don't know the name.
It's an Absol song, right?
It's like something knows. It's Huey
Oh,
knows.
Huey Knows. That's
Huey
what it
knows.
is. Huey
yeah.
Knows. Okay.
Huey knows.
I
Yeah.
thought it was Huey Knew or some shit.
Huey
knows.
Huey
Huey
knows.
Whatever. All right, that song. All right, my bad. But yeah, so you like Soul's the best. Is Soul your favorite out of TDE?
Because let's talk about this. You know how Lupe is talking about how
Kendrick's not that
a
much
top a top.
Lupe been
lyricist,
saying
right?
that for years though.
Yeah, but I agree with him. Kendrick
Do
is a
you?
rapper. Kendrick is a rapper, but that doesn't mean you're lyrical.
Yeah, no, I
You
mean,
don't
like
hear
Kendrick said it
entendre.
himself. Kendrick said,
Yeah.
there was one song, I forgot what it was. I think it was HOC, where he was like, a lot of niggas think that my shit's like mad complex. He's like, nah, my shit's simple as shit.
Simple.
It just makes you think.
Yep. And
Well, if he said that, why is it such a big deal that Lupe's saying it?
because Kendrick. This
Because,
is
you
what
know-
we talked about with Dave Chappelle. Kendrick's not the one saying I'm a top tier lyricist.
We are.
His fans are
We are.
saying.
Oh.
So his fans are
So
attacking.
people are
Lupe.
upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Get over it.
Kendrick's one of Kendrick's lyrics is like, "Don't call me lyrical. I'm just spiritual." Blah, blah,
Yeah, he said that Poe Man's Dream.
Yeah, Poe Man's Dream. So
Yeah, he'll tell you himself. He's not a fucking like
He's not a
lyrical miracle nigga.
People
me-
love to defend shit that got nothing to do with him.
Absol is the top lyricist out of TDE.
I'm not even gonna argue with that.
Yeah, he's
Huey knows alone. It was just packed with like he was hitting bar after bar after bar. I was
There's
like,
something
damn.
called threatening nature, and if you listen to that song, you're going to play it back, and then you're going to play it back again, and you're going to understand the difference between a lyricist and a rapper.
Yeah.
Because it's not, there's no hook. There's no catchy anything. That's what Absol lacks. So when people are like, "Who's your favorite rapper?" I never include Absol.
You said that he lacks like the catchy.
Yeah, I mean that's what made it. Right now, if you don't have
Even his hooks
quotables-
are like kind of like lyrical.
yeah, lyrical. Like,
I'm not mad at it, though.
Wordplay.
They're still
And it's
fire. They're still fire.
Lupe gave King Los as a top tier.
I
lyricist.
can't argue with that. That's
I
the thing.
can't.
I want
I
to
can't.
argue today.
Yeah.
I want to argue, but I agree. I've heard Los. That
right.
nigga, he gets busy.
But he
Los gets
doesn't
busy.
have his hooks, and so nobody really cares at the end. Not cares, but nobody's gonna like replay because it's just it doesn't have replay value. You
Niggas are
listen
trying to
it,
soak
you're
shit
like,
in.
Yeah,
Niggas' attention spans are too short now.
you don't play lyricals in the club. You play rappers.
They need to play lyrical in the club.
Oh.
Where the Pharaoh Monch at? I saw Nick's face.
Yo, we gotta have Officer Brainwave on for a special interview.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
No,
do
so
that
you
one
said
time.
Soul's your favorite.
Yeah.
Damn, Q's my favorite. That's the thing.
Isaiah
Q's my
Rashad,
favorite.
Isaiah Rashad is my second.
That was the thing. Q. It's
TDE?
it's a toss up between Q and Isaiah because
I was about to say I think Isaiah's
it's
my
a
favorite.
toss up, bro. Because I remember when Sylvia Demo came out.
Oh my
Holy
god!
fuck.
Isaiah's
I
2 for
still
2,
play
man.
that.
Well, you know what was funny was when Isaiah
Yes.
came out. The first time I got hip to him was during that TDE cipher, and I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
And I remember Noose and Zane were like, "This nigga whack. Like he's nothing special. He's trash." I was like, "Damn, for real?" They're like, "Yeah, he's
You
trash."
kind of just give up on him, right?
So then Sylvia Demo came out and niggas was like, "It's really good," and I listened to it and I was like, I was wrong.
Man,
Wow.
Yeah.
It was like I played it like nonstop, bro. There
You
was no
know-
skips.
You know,
Also,
they
Twitter
were,
talks
they
to
were
somebody
mad
about
at
that.
Kendrick because he did an extended verse on that cipher, and he didn't tell anybody he was gonna do it. Nothing. He just went and did it.
Hey, he went
and
the fuck in.
It
though.
looked like he overshadowed the rest of TDE. Where
He was gonna do it
TDE
anyway.
was like, we don't really care
See,
about
the
the
thing was,
cipher.
Q
We're
was
just
the one.
gonna go
Q
in.
told him Q fucked up on his verse. I don't know if y'all caught that,
Yeah,
but
he
he
did.
fucked up his verse.
He did.
So he just started freestyling, and I think honestly, I think
at that time though too, Kendrick was going to overshadow them no matter what he did.
But
So what's the matter? He
it
could
was
have
like
said
they were
it at
all
8
supposed to
bars
have
and-
16. Like,
Yeah,
he
but I
went-
mean,
they had a format, and he just kind of just like
that's
winged
true.
it.
I mean, it's wild.
I'd be mad too, low key.
Yeah.
I'd be mad too, because I'd be like, well, damn, like I
was gonna try
if
too.
I knew he was gonna do all that,
Yeah.
I would have wrote something better.
Yeah.
That's what
True
Isaiah.
that.
That's what Isaiah said. He was like, bro, I thought my verse was dope. He's like, I will never fucking again.
Yeah.
Be like one of the first niggas to go before all them.
Right,
So
no.
I get it. I'd be mad too.
But
Isaiah's like 100% with me. Like both projects that does he have any more projects besides the two?
no, it's
Sylvia
it's
and
those
Sons
two.
Tirade,
and
right?
he said he's already started on another one because he got fucked up
Yo,
in the
I can't
drug
wait.
thing too.
Yeah, he
was
got
like,
the Xanax.
yeah.
That's
He
why.
got
That's
hit
why it
with
took him
that.
so long to put out
Damn.
Sun's
Sun
Tirade.
Tirade, yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest
well,
with you, I like the Sylvia
2 for
demo
2
more
for
than I
me.
like Sun's Tirade.
Me too.
Nah, me too. But Sons Tirade was.
It was
like,
still
yeah,
good.
it's still
Sons
good.
Tirade has like 8 songs on my playlist.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a playlist I just like play and literally half that album is on the playlist just because they're all dope.
Park's still my shit. Park's still my favorite song on the whole album.
Yeah,
That shit is hard.
Yeah, that's
and I still play.
I
What was
think
the what was the
Free
single
Lunch.
from that?
Free Lunch.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Free
Yeah.
Lunch.
That's one
And then
of
Which
mine.
one was Free
For the
Lunch?
Squad too. For the Squad too
Oh,
was
yeah.
dope. That like all
What?
that For the Squad. For the Squad.
If I could pay my bills, is that for the squad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that
all
Free
right,
Lunch?
yeah.
No, if I could.
Which
pay-
one was Free
same-
Lunch?
I don't know. Hold on.
Oh,
They could both be the same
the
song.
one where he was like at Harris Teeter serving out food
Sure.
in the video.
I didn't see the video.
Oh, in the video,
Yeah.
I didn't see that, man.
You didn't see the video? There was a.
I gotta start watching videos.
That was the one where like it was like him and SZA at a laundromat giving out free food.
Tight as fuck.
That's for the squad, right?
Turn up.
This is For the Squad.
Turn it down.
Yeah.
Hey, you roll up. You roll up for the boys. For the squad. No, that's Ty Job
If I
right
can
now.
pay my bills, I'm good.
And then
This is Free Lunch.
Meal, tiki, meal. Yep, that's
Yeah.
Free Lunch.
Bruh,
they're all
he's,
dope.
he's overlooked, and people still haven't. We said this
he's overlooked?
on the last week. People still haven't heard Sylvia demo. They don't even know it's
Really?
it's a
I think so.
project, bro.
I was
Y'all
just
think
on.
he's overlooked?
I was
Yes.
just on Twitter talking about how the fact that Sylvia Demo was kind of slept on.
Y'all think it's slept on?
I don't think if I ask
I don't think
somebody,
it was talked about as much.
name the artist out of TDE, I think
they're
people
naming
are
Black
going to
Hippie.
name, they're going to name Black Hippie and they're going to put SZA in there and they're not going
Now.
to say Isaiah
I
Rashad.
don't know, bro. I think niggas will like dead ass stand up and say Isaiah. Honestly, I think niggas would say Isaiah first, for real, for real.
I just think casual fans are not going to know. I think we know because we pay attention. But
We
I don't
are
think,
into hip hop.
I don't
but
think
if you're
casual
not-
fan. I think
Y'all
casual
think so?
fan.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think casual fans gonna leave out like J Rock and that
Yeah,
too.
I don't even think they say J Rock.
You're only gonna
Y'all
really
bugging.
you're only gonna hear Kendrick,
Nah, I
Q,
don't
and
think
maybe
that.
You know why
SZA.
they might say J Rock now is because he included J Rock. Kendrick put J Rock on the Black Panther
And that shit was
soundtrack.
hard.
Y'all think so?
That was a nice.
King's Dead was hard.
I think, and I think J-Rock, not J-Rock. I think J-Rock might be the one that like gets forgotten a lot of times. Because a lot of times, bro,
He
when
does
niggas-
get forgotten.
I
He
think
does.
it's him. I think niggas will say Isaiah. Honestly, deadass. I think that if you say like TDE, Isaiah will be the first names that come up, or one of them. That's what I think. For real, for real. I don't know. I see a lot of Isaiah love whenever his name comes up.
Yes. If you're looking for his name, then you're
Yeah.
looking at people who are talking about him. If you think about
I feel like if
everybody
I walk
that's
up to
not-
someone random and I go, "Who's in TDE?"
I
They're
mean,
gonna-
if,
they're
if you
gonna-
if you walk up to someone random, they might not even know who TDE
not
is.
even
though,
random.
for real,
If
for
we
real.
go
that's
to
true.
like a rap album release party, so I can assume you listen to the genre, and I say
Okay,
who's
yeah.
TDE.
Yeah,
I don't think people are going to say Isaiah.
I think they would.
I
bro.
just think
don't know.
I think like he's
a
he's in a
toss-up.
slot right now where like if you know of him, you think he's great. Like you know his body of work, and if you've heard features on, I can't even think of features. Actually, they just don't put him out there like that.
I don't
in
think
my
Isaiah
opinion.
does a lot.
I
of
don't think
features,
that's.
though.
I don't think it's
I don't
nothing to do
think
with
he do a lot of
TDE. I think
features.
that's just Isaiah
Yeah.
not doing features. I don't.
I think out of
Cause-
everybody in the squad, Q's the one that does the most features.
Yeah,
Very true.
I think he's the one. that does
Kendrick
the most
recently has been doing a lot of features, but Q has done the most.
I
I
want-
think it is.
Kendrick
Time.
was featured on Rich the Kid's
features. I was
new
the
freezer.
Mm-hmm.
new freezer joint.
A lot of the
I
dope
wish he
albums that
didn't.
came out like
didn't
last
see
year,
the one,
Kendrick was all over.
I feel like Kendrick
I'll put it to you this way: I hate Kendrick's features. I
yeah.
hate his
Really?
features. I don't like Mask Off. I hate Mask Off. I
didn't
fucking
like
hate
that
Yes,
Mask
either.
Off.
I
hate
don't
that
like
fucking
that
song. I never liked it, and then when they put Kendrick on there, and everyone was like, "Oh, I hated his fucking verse."
Did you like the song he did with Vince Staples?
Which one was that? Wait, no, I didn't.
It's
I'm
not out
even
yet. Is it out yet?
What? No.
Song with Vince.
Not
It's
the
on
new
the
one,
Black
the one
Panther.
off the album.
It's on the Black
No,
Panther.
the one off the album.
Off of whose album?
Oh,
Vince's
off
album.
of Vince's album. Okay, yeah.
Oh shit,
That
wow.
was all right. That was good.
It was like, oh yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
right.
Not even hit, man. That's off
Really?
Big Fish Theory.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh shit,
I'll
I'm
play
You know,
for it.
I'll play it real quick.
I saw somebody.
There you
I
go.
should play this.
You talk.
I saw somebody say that Kendrick Lamar raps exactly like Eminem, and I started thinking about it.
Boy, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, this joint.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This is tough.
Oh, no, this was hard.
Kendrick's right here.
This was hard. I think there was a video for it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I think it's after the.
Okay, no, this was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kendrick's on the back end.
Yeah.
He's like right after this, whatever the fuck this is.
Matter of fact, I think you were the one that played me this song.
Yeah, because I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Pop till it's vacant, pop till the wrist pop
Yeah,
till it's
okay,
shaking,
I remember
pop
this
like
song.
four on the floor, been a rotation, no allocation.
And then he's on another song. Oh, he was on well, I guess Travis Scott's album came out 2 years
Goosebumps?
ago, but he's on
Yeah.
Goosebumps. Yeah,
Goosebumps.
but he does a couple good ones. I didn't like. I'm with you though. I didn't like the Mask Off
I hate
shit.
Mask
I don't
Off.
think he's a feature artist. He's very good at putting together bodies of work.
Yeah,
but,
man, I'm good off. Like the new Freezer verse. It's okay.
You know,
And I like New
Yeah,
Freezer.
that was-
I like New Freezer.
When I first heard New Freezer, I was like, okay, this is an alright song.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard it on Dedication 6, and I saw like how that beat is, like, because Wayne emphasized like used the
Yeah.
flow correct for that beat. And I was like, this beat had so much potential, and y'all just like lowered. That's what lowered New
Right.
Freezer to me, because I heard it done better, and I was like, oh man, this is like
So hold
Rich
on.
the Kid killed it. I didn't like.
Kendrick. I mean, he's always gonna kill. He's fucking Kendrick, but like, I just didn't want to hear him on that.
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean? I just didn't wanna hear
think
him on
he
that.
has certain. He has a certain sound that I want him to stick to.
I was good off that. I don't like Kendrick now. I definitely don't like his, but Q's features, like the joint he did with Ferg, Let It
Q
Bang.
does his thing.
When Q features with ASAP Mob, or
I love when he
goes
does shit
in-
with ASAP.
or he goes in with TDE. When he features on either of those two, that's like elite.
Yeah,
Fam, I remember
Schoolboy.
when they were talking about it was when Danny Brown and ASAP and Q were always like hanging around each other all the time, and they were like, yeah, Q and Danny and Rocky, they're like gonna form a super group. I was for it. I was all for it, bro,
Yeah.
and it just never happened.
I mean, I'm still all for the Black Hippie album. I need that.
We're not getting that. I don't think we get
We're
that.
never getting.
you think it had to
that.
do with Danny being non-prevalent?
Huh?
You think that had to do with Danny not being really
I
prevalent
don't
right
think it had
now?
anything to do with that. I just think that like shit happens. You know what I mean? Because
I
I know
feel
they still like rock with each other and stuff. I love when Q does shit with ASAP Rocky though.
Yeah.
I love when they do songs together. They've never put out a song together that I didn't like.
Never a bad one.
Ever.
Oh nah. Yeah,
There was
you're
a
right.
brand new guy, Pussy Money Weed, which was fucking
Still
fire.
love that
bruh.
song,
That
yeah.
shit is still hard. They did what was that joint he did off of Rocky's album?
Electric Body.
Electric Body.
Yeah.
That shit was good. They did another one called something Californication. It was supposed to go on Oxymoron. It never did. But like everything
It
that
was
they
like
do
an
together, I
off
like.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I don't think they've ever. Put
yeah, I
out that
think-
one that I heard.
So we're all in agreement that Q is better than Kendrick on features.
On features, but when it comes to body of work, Kendrick puts out
Oh,
the best.
God,
in TDE. Like that. There's no question about
Yeah,
that.
without
He-
question.
He puts out the best, but I've liked Isaiah's more.
Yeah.
But
I definitely-
Isaiah's only got 2 though.
Yeah.
Kendrick has like what 5 now.
So I
Because
can't.
I definitely
So
was
it's
saying,
kinda-
I was definitely saying because I love Section 80. I really love Section 80.
Yeah.
But I like Sylvia Demo more.
Yeah.
I really do.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think I'm on that wave too. I think and it was only like what 10 songs.
On Sylvia Demo.
Yeah, it was
It
only
wasn't a
like
lot.
8, 9.
I think Sylvia Demo was like an EP, low key. It was like it was considered an EP.
I think they were called an EP at the time too, because that was like 5,
I
6
didn't
years
know
ago.
who Isaiah Rashad was.
Nobody
and then
did.
they just released. And
Oh,
I
I
was
know.
like, I guess I'll check this out. And then I was like,
That's why I didn't
Exactly.
pay attention to it until people started talking to me
That's what
about
happened to
it.
me. I was
Yeah.
like, I guess I'll peep it. And then first song, I was like, whoa.
replayed Modest
Yeah.
and Heavenly Father so many
Yo,
times.
Soliloquy.
Modest,
Oh,
Soliloquy,
Tranquility.
Webby Flow. Webby
Oh,
Flow grew
bro.
on me.
yeah.
Webby Flow grew on me. Fucking, there was another one. Menthol.
Yeah.
Menthol, rest in peace,
Right there,
Kevin Miller.
he
Tranquility.
he gave us so many different flows, so many different like sounds.
And all those beats were really,
And-
really kind of just like chilling low key, but he's
Yep.
so aggressive, like it still made it work.
Yep.
Were they all TD producers?
I
I think it was
know.
like I'm assuming.
I would think so.
I don't
'Cause
really know the
I
producers.
feel like Soundwave was
Soundwave.
Oh, y'all saw not change the subject completely, but TM88 or I think
Oh,
that's
he didn't
his
get
name.
paid.
He didn't get paid.
But he
didn't
did
get
get paid
Hey, you know.
because it's like what. So basically, he went to Uzi with the beat, and Uzi paid him. And then the song blew up, and he's like, I didn't get royalty off of what the song
label ain't pay
became.
The label doesn't
Right.
pay him.
But the label didn't have to pay him because Uzi paid for the rights. So the label only had to pay Uzi.
Oh,
So
I don't know
he's
all
like,
that. I don't know all that
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, he's like, I didn't
That's
get
what's
paid,
fucked
but
up
no,
about
you
the
just didn't get
industry,
paid to
man.
scale, which is still like, I mean, Uzi should have been like, yeah, thanks for.
Yeah, I don't know
you
who we were
it blew
talking to
up,
about it, but they're like, Uzi should do the right thing and pay them. And I was like, but
I think
it's
it was
not-
Josh.
it's
Yeah,
not-
Josh was like,
it's
yeah, he
not-
should pay him, and it's like, bro, it's not that
It's not
easy.
his. It's not his deal, man.
not that easy.
It's not. Well, it's not that easy, and also it's just it's. If someone else is supposed to pay them, it's not really his thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't blame Uzi. If Uzi did exactly what he was supposed to do, what
It's
more
just-
is he supposed to do?
Right. What more?
You know what I
see,
mean?
the
Like-
thing that sucks is like I came here today with like no notes. Like I didn't know what we were going to talk about, but
Yeah.
producers have not been getting paid for their shit
Yeah.
for a minute.
yeah.
For a long time.
No,
And it's
definitely.
fucked up. It's very
Definitely.
fucked up
Yeah.
because I mean, like these motherfuckers are.
They are the sound.
They're the sound, you know what I mean? And
Well,
niggas
especially
just
right
ain't getting
now.
paid. Especially
Yeah.
right now, bro. Like, I mean,
There's
if this
very
was-
few artists
if this
who
was,
take
if this was,
over
if this
for
was,
a beat.
if this was like 10, 15 years ago, when like somebody would drop a song, like now when you drop a song, you always gonna know who the producer is, right?
Yeah.
If this was
Basically.
10, 15 years ago,
A lot of
you
times
know,
don't
like you know who like
I
Dr.
just
Dre,
asked who the
Dr. Dre,
producers were.
Scott Storch, Cool and Dre, like you
Yeah.
knew the big names and all
Yeah.
that, but like all the guys underneath that, you ain't really know.
No, but
You know what I
now
mean?
you definitely know.
You feel me? Like the producers are like, I mean, if this makes sense, the producers are almost like the rappers now.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
They're the real artists.
They're
They're-
like,
they're-
who do I want featured on this beat?
you feel me? They're the ones dropping albums and shit now more.
Yeah.
And it's just fucked up to hear that they don't
And a
get
lot
paid
of the
for their shit.
a lot of the producer albums are better than the rapper albums.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
like Mike Will.
Yeah,
Mike
Rance
Will's
has
album,
1 and 2.
Calvin Harris's album was fucking amazing. Mike Will, who else did
Metro
something?
Boomin supports
Metro
the
does a
whole
lot.
Atlanta sound.
Yeah,
right
Metro
now.
does a lot.
DJ Mustard.
DJ
Zaytoven.
Mustard.
Zaytoven. Zaytoven been in the game for
A
minute.
minute.
And a lot of the times it's like it's one artist working with one producer.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, especially now, people call those collab albums. I don't think they are.
Bro, honestly, I just think that people who like the people in the game who like aren't the rappers or the singers, like the producers or the video directors,
And the
they need to fucking
engineers
get
and all that.
compensated. There's this
Oh,
one
yeah.
guy, and I'm bringing it up because like I just think it needs to be brought up. I'm not trying to stir no shit up. There's this one dude, and I have not worked with him yet, but I really want to. He's really good. His name is Shido the Plug, and I remember he was upset because like he shot a video for somebody, and he didn't charge him a lot, and I was just watching on Twitter, and like he was like, yo, like I'm tired of this. I want to get paid. This motherfucker's not paying me. So he posted the screenshots of him like asking the guy for money, and the guy being like, yeah, I got you. Like this day, I got you this day. The day comes, this nigga don't want to answer his phone. And I'm like, that's fucked up, bro. Because
Yeah.
me personally, like you know how I get down,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Every guy that like I've worked with who has charged me, I give him the money up front. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And these motherfuckers be trying to make a clean getaway off of these niggas like hard work. I think that's fucked up.
I don't ever want that bad look. Like, cause,
Yeah, never.
You know, when it comes
Never,
to
bro.
music, like we are like, like if
We're all about
if he does something
efficiency,
bad,
yeah.
I do something bad. You know what I mean? Like vice versa. You know what I mean? That's the way it works. So it's like I would hate to hear that like one of us didn't pay somebody.
Yeah, that just
You know what I mean? Like
imagine
like,
because my thing is like if I do a verse for somebody and I tell you like, yo, all right, so this is how much like I'm charging you, and my dumb ass doesn't get the money up front, and you just make I'm fucking hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come find you.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So like when I saw Homeboy like saying like, yo, I'm not getting my fucking money, and when I saw how much he charged him, I was like, bruh, like I could give this nigga that money right now.
Right.
It's just like these niggas need to start getting paid.
I be telling you all the time. It's like, look, like there's so much more. Like even just with this right here, like not to like break the fourth wall or nothing, but I would love to get like a video guy to stand over here for this podcast. Yeah. I would love to get a real engineer to come and bump this up and make it sound crispy or whatever it is. But I know that in my head I gotta pay those people, and I can't pay them.
And we don't
right
have
now.
the money, which is fine. Which is fine.
I mean? And if I can find someone to do it free, whatever. But in my head, like I would never go to someone and think that I can just.
I don't
approach
people.
I don't
approach people if I can't pay them.
That shit is irritating to me because it's like, I mean, fucking let's shift gears here. Now we're talking about the whole just Virginia music scene in general.
Yeah.
It's so different than it was 2 years ago when we showed up.
Yeah.
Because when me and him showed up, it was just like us and maybe like a couple other people. And here we are like maybe 2 years later, and it's a whole scene now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many producers. There's so many people who shoot videos and take photos and do this, that.
Right.
And they were all there, but it's just like now we kind of all like we all know
now.
Each other now.
Yes, but it's like
connected.
Now, and like we've been talking about it. It's like us because we've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
We want to get paid for the shit we do now.
Right.
And I'm sure, and there's a good number of people who have been here along with us, guys like Loner Ave, guys like Hutch, and there's a couple people that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But,
there's people who have been here longer than us. There's people who just got
so
here.
when they
There's
say
people
that,
who have been here the same day as we have.
So when like motherfuckers are saying like we deserve to get paid, I agree. You deserve to get paid.
I very agree.
Same applies to the producers that have been here, the video directors, because there's a lot of really good motherfuckers that are here that are doing shit better than the motherfuckers that are signed out in L.A. and Atlanta and all that other shit.
Yep.
And I want to put money in their pockets. I just think that niggas need to start getting paid, and I think that the way that people need to go about it is the way that Nick goes about it when we do shows. Come up with some fucking contracts.
Yep.
Half now, half later type shit. Get that, but fucking get paid, bro. Don't let these niggas fuck you over.
Yeah.
It's foul. It's really fucking foul. Ain't nothing worse than when you know that you got money coming in and niggas
then,
are playing with it.
Yep.
That shit will piss you off.
Yeah. I mean, I see it the same way. Like, to leave the music analogy, is like I don't go to a sit down restaurant if I don't got the money to cover a tip.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like you just don't ask for a service if you don't have the money.
Right.
But niggas think they're slick, bro. They try to finesse.
No,
and that's
they
foul.
try to, and it's.
I think a big problem, and I brought this up the other day actually when we were all like in the studio session, but I think a big thing is like people, because they're not getting paid, they're in turn not paying people. And my whole solution is
spend money to make money.
Is to get the money circulating, because if it works correctly, I'm gonna pay Khan to this is just me throwing an analogy. I'm gonna pay Khan to do a verse. Khan's gonna pay you to sign up some contracts. You're gonna pay me to do something for podcasting, and in turn, I can pay him again to do another verse.
Yeah.
It's money circulating. Circulate the money around, so that way we can all get paid at a certain point in time. So at least, we feel like we're getting something for what we're doing. Like, we're all trying to get money, man.
We are, but I mean, the way I see it is like I feel like the video directors, the producers, they're treated like second class citizens.
Oh, they are.
I feel like they don't get the credit they deserve. I feel like they definitely get shitted on, and it's like.
And they definitely are putting in work. Like it's
not
just
work.
like
and
they
a lot
sit
of these
down
guys
for
that they're
a minute
doing all
and
this shit
just,
for.
like,
A lot of these guys, we're keeping it all the way above. A lot of these niggas are trash.
Yeah.
They are fucking whack, bro.
Yeah.
These video directors and these producers, they're helping you. Not be as trash. I can't really articulate the way I want to say it, but it's like, yo, you need to pay these.
I mean, I
motherfuckers.
remember you went into a studio. This was like 3 years ago, and then you came back and you were talking about it, and you were like, "Yeah, man, he had me like repeat my verse over and over." He said he didn't like the way it sounded, and I kept doing it differently, and then eventually I even heard it, and I found the sound that I wanted. That's what they do for you.
Yeah.
Like that's and you're gonna hear yourself, and even still, like you can't do what they can do. That's why you're going to them.
Exactly.
So they are helping you even in that sense. So like.
Dog.
Yep.
Damn,
Because me personally, dog. Like, I mean, not to put my business out there.
Right.
I got money coming in,
Yeah.
and I want to put that money in these niggas' pockets. That's why I'd be like, so that's why I get like, I like when you hear cash money ain't paying niggas, I'm like, damn, bro,
That's
what?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's wild to me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Absurd. And then especially when it gets like up there. I mean, although when you sign to a label, the reason why they go on tours is because that's where the bulk of their money.
That's where the money is the tours.
Unless you're like Drake or Jay-Z, who are selling hundreds of thousands of records,
Selling out shows,
like in weeks,
thousands of people.
Yeah, that's why Drake even said like, "Fuck the music game. It's all lies. 2% of us are wealthy. The rest of them milk it because they just don't get the money unless you are really doing.
It's
really
fucked
well.
up, man. It's a really fucked up thing.
There's like 3 rich rappers, and it's the ones you know.
Yep.
Like it's not like like I would like not to be like totally like put a name on it, but like I wouldn't be surprised if like Cole and Kendrick aren't rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Although now Kendrick
because
is
they,
getting a lot
they
of
tour a lot,
looks.
so like it would make sense that they really are like they're really wealthy. But like in my head, like Drake, Kanye, and Jay-Z, that's the top of the because that's just as far as wealth goes, that's definitely the top.
Yeah,
like that's number one. That's the the small triangle in the fucking food pyramid of rap or whatever it is.
You ain't gonna
know
put
what I mean?
Chingo Bling up there, Nick?
All
You're
right,
not gonna put Chingo Bling?
No, not my fault. Chingo Bling's up there too. But like no, so like I wouldn't be surprised if the rest of the rappers are like kind of just trying to still figure out how to get paid more. You know what I mean?
That reminds me. I don't know if y'all watch DJ Vlad interviews. I know niggas are like, fuck him.
I do not.
I've seen a couple.
I watch him. Calm down, niggas.
I can't watch.
I know
him.
niggas hate DJ Vlad, but
I can't do it.
you remember the New Boys, right? Of course you do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me about
Man. So,
Wait.
New
Who are
Type
the
Josh.
New
If you're
Boys?
listening, pay attention.
Who are the New Boys for those that don't remember?
Oh, the New Boys.
remember that song they did?
A couple of jerks.
I had a joke set up.
Oh, you did my fault.
No, you good. That was better. Nah, they did that you're a jerk shit. They started that jerking shit. But so they interviewed. It was on Vlad TV. Vlad interviewed Ben J from the New Boys.
Slow news day.
And,
why is Vlad have New Boys on?
They got a lot of people. See, that's why you need to watch. Niggas just be cooking niggas with no fucking homework.
Niggas
you're
culture
right.
vulture.
I know,
Fuck
I
outta
am.
here.
I
Oh,
am.
shit. Okay.
Well, they coming back?
But nah, he interviewed him, right? And they were like, he was like, so what you been up to? What have you been doing? And he just tells the whole story of how like the New Boys like started, how they broke up, what he's been doing since then. It's a fucking sad story. So like they met in high school, yada yada yada. They got big, and then I guess Legacy, the light skinned one, he was dating Tinashe at the time. And Ben J was like, yeah, bro, she was in his head telling him like, yo, you need to ditch this nigga, like you can do better on your own. And then the New Boys broke up when they were at an airport and they got into a fist fight. And by fist fight, homeboy just knocked out the light skinned dude.
Damn.
Knocked him out, and that's like how they split up apparently. And he was like, yeah, since then he was like, at that time he was like, dog, they were like broke. They were broke. They were fighting over who was paying for luggage.
Damn.
These are the niggas
God
that came out with "You're a Jerk," which was like the biggest song for a minute. And
They
like,
must have got screwed out.
he was
of
like,
that
"Yeah,
song.
dog." He's like, they were broke now. And then he said that after like they split up, he said he started selling weed. He was pimping just to make money. He was sleeping in cars. I was like, bro, what a fall from fucking grace.
There's like
bro.
2 different layers of this I want
Man.
to talk about.
That shit was wild.
3 actually. The fact that Tinashe is not as pure of an angel as I thought she was. That's,
I mean, I don't know, bro.
Man.
That's just that nigga's word.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, I would love to hear the other side of that.
That's just that nigga's word. I gotta hear the other side.
On the flip side, could y'all forgive somebody who just knocked you out like that?
No.
My homeboy?
Nah.
Yeah.
Homeboys, you can't go back to
Homeboy that
homeboys.
knocked you out, could you forgive him?
No, because me and Q used to get into like, I'm not gonna say we used to get into a lot of fist fights. Me and Q put hands on each other once or
He
twice.
ain't knock him
before.
out though.
So
I put him through a wall.
Well, actually, in like
That's not knocking him out.
when
That's
I
the
was
Putting him
mindset.
through a wall. What do you mean?
when I was in the Air Force, we actually had like days where it's like, all right, we're gonna settle this in a day room, and you just fight.
Yeah,
that
shoot a
shit
fair
out.
one.
So like
Shit.
women, they don't forgive or anything. They hold grudges because they talk and they diminish your name, and then they just keep. There's no like fighting. I feel like we just get in there. You throw some punches. You're like, all right, bro, we settled this.
Yeah, like if,
That's
and
true.
then like if me
you
and
move the
Zane,
fuck on.
I don't think me and Zane would ever get into a fist fight.
But if somebody
that's
knocked
either.
me out, if my homeboy knocked me out over luggage, we done.
Luggage, yo.
Nah. Like if that's your
Over
boy,
the bag,
if that's your
bro.
boy, like you say he's your boy, you can get past that shit. I've gotten in fights with my friends. Like I've gotten into fights with my friends where I can like, we dap each other up after shit's cooled down.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, so
Now you?
my third point about the New Boys is how did they go broke off of that song? Because I know they're still playing that song.
The same way that Well, never mind, because I
They
was
must have
I was
got-
about to bring up the G-eazy shit, but then apparently that wasn't true. You can go broke after having a hit.
Bruh, if you
I mean,
if
TLC
you
was
don't
broke.
know how to
TLC
I'm
spend
was
sure.
your money,
I'm sure you could. But I'm saying, like, how do you severely get so screwed over out of that song?
no,
It
okay,
can
so
happen.
like if you win the lottery, a lot of people that win the lottery go broke
Man,
within a matter of minutes.
They don't know
You
what to do
don't
with all
know
that
how to-
money.
They
and,
were young
and
as
it's
shit.
not even that their fault 100%. It's
The
the
same
people
way.
around
The same
them.
way
It's the
MC
support.
Hammer went broke.
AI,
That's crazy.
AI was broke.
Y'all gotta look at these people and pay attention to, because
Yeah.
as soon as y'all start getting some money, man, y'all can't
You-
do this to yourselves, man.
And that's another. Pay your
80%
help.
of my shit's going to a savings account.
Pay
Never
somebody
getting
to
touched.
help you. They got
Yeah, get an
financial
accountant,
people.
something.
Yeah, they got people that tell you how to invest your money. Like Chris Brown owns like 80 something Burger Kings.
Does he really?
Yeah, he ain't going broke.
Stop playing.
Listen to
No,
444.
I'm so serious.
Really?
I'm so serious.
Listen to
I think
444.
Cameron owns like a couple Popeyes or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Cameron owns like
I
some
mean, you
restaurant.
got Rick Ross
Rick
that
Ross
owns
owns
Wingstop.
Checkers and Wingstop.
Wingstop.
The Wingstop.
I mean,
At
and
the
he publicly-
Wingstop.
he-
Chris
he
Brown
makes
for
sure
real
you
owns
know
like
that.
Burger
No, he
King.
seriously owns
For
a
real?
lot of Burger Kings.
Yeah.
And I mean, you see Drake. He just opened that new restaurant, Pick Six, in Toronto.
Pick six.
And you see people that
Wait, what?
like,
So Drake.
yeah, it's a
a restaurant?
Pick
with
Six.
his man Chubbs.
Of course.
A guy named
Yeah.
Chubbs would know about food.
That's a great restaurant now. Now that I know a guy named Chubbs owns a restaurant, I gotta go. I gotta go. You know that's a good ass restaurant.
It's a bag.
It's a
It's a bag.
you know they got Chubbs burgers, Chubbs fries. They got all the
But like, you got to know how to spend your money.
a pick six
You
meal.
can't.
Let me get a pick six.
I was thinking, let me get a pick six too. Let me get a pick
I
six
hate y'all,
too.
man. I hate y'all. I don't know why I come here.
You just get.
So wait, what kind of restaurant is it? Is it like a sit down?
It sounds like a sports bar. It's
It
called
sounds like
Pick
it
Six.
looked like a restaurant that I would never be able to afford to get into. So
Pick Six
I never
sounds like
looked
a
at their
sports
menu.
bar.
nah.
They gotta have like a pick six appetizer.
What's
deal.
the interception reference? That's not a joke.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling a
No,
joke.
it's not a joke.
Javon looked at him like
It's an interception. A pick six is an interception going to a touchdown. That's
football references.
more football.
More football. No, it's
Let's just talk about football to annoy Con. What more can we talk about?
Yeah, you just want me to stop talking.
Let's talk about how all my picks last week were wrong.
Oh, fucking fuck.
all of them.
I said like
Yeah.
everybody that I picked last week on the episode
You gave
wrong. I said the Rams were gonna go.
Yeah.
I said
You did say the Rams.
literally everybody I said, like I was watching too, like everybody fall flat that day. Like after we recorded, I was watching, I was like, God damn.
It's new.
Oh,
so
God,
there's
that's
not
a
a whole lot
club.
of information.
I'm gonna
on
get
there
this.
now.
I'm gonna get this photo and like put it up somewhere. But
Yeah.
that's wild. 'Cause
And
you know it's like a velvet ass carpet.
Yep, a velvet carpet.
Oh, nah.
Oh, this is the official statue in the restaurant. It just looks
That's
like
a
some place that you're not
statue?
gonna.
Oh my fuck no.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay. There's no need for
Yeah,
all
you
that.
can see the photo at Pick 6-2
pick 6-2.
a pick six.
or go on Drake's Instagram and he put it up there. You'll see it. You can't miss it. It's gold.
All right, yo. So switching gears here.
Yeah.
Aziz Ansari. He is the latest in the saga of men with sexual misconduct.
You're saying that just happened this morning, right?
I saw it last
I
night.
saw it
we
this
might be
morning,
breaking news.
but it's pretty new. Like if
Shit.
viewers haven't heard this, I
Can you tell the story?
I don't know the full
story
story.
that you heard.
The story that I heard, I mean, these are just allegations right now, but apparently the story that I heard, and I'm trying not to mix it up with the story that he just told us before we went on air. I guess he was on a date with a girl, and the girl, the version I read was that she was hanging out with Aziz, and he just kept putting her hand on his dick like 5 or 6 times. That's the version that I heard. What was the one that you heard?
So I didn't hear about the date.
Again, these are allegations.
Well, I heard,
we don't know.
I heard
Allegations.
pre-date. They actually started talking because they both showed up to an after party with the same vintage camera. And so that was like how they clicked.
Okay.
And then he invited her on a date. She accepted. Now, they didn't talk about the date at all. It started when she was saying that she went back to his place. And they just started kissing, and he started like groping her, and then he went to go get a condom, and she stopped him. She was like, "It's moving too fast." She was saying the commentary, because she was giving this commentary to somebody else. So she said and quoted that she said it was going too fast, and then she was telling the guy that she was telling this to that you know, she was just like out of her mind. She didn't know like what to do or anything. And then they performed oral sex on each other, and she left, and she was crying because she said it was assault.
Well, and now we are going to do what the whole world is doing and try to define what consent is, because apparently when you are a powerful man,
To me,
it is very hard.
consent to me
To get
is if she
consent.
says yeah. She says yeah. If
That-
I get a
well,
definitive yeah,
that is
go for it.
consent. That
that's
is
consent.
The
consent.
thing is,
But a lot of sex and stuff like that, because we've all been into it, a lot of it is inferred, a lot of it is assumed.
Yeah.
But we are also broke motherfuckers, so we're not going to...
We're broke motherfuckers,
don't
so
have
we
to
know
worry-
when a girl will let us.
Well, we also don't, we also
broke.
don't have to worry
Now-
about women trying to screw us over for ulterior
but
motives.
that's
we
not
ain't
true.
got shit.
That's not true. There's power is relative.
That's true.
Somebody, I mean, and I kid you not, when I worked at Nike, you guys all know I drive a BMW. So when they saw the car, they
Facts.
just assumed that I was at a
Never
different
mind.
status
Bogans
level.
is not poor. We are poor. We're broke.
Money's
Bogans
relative.
is not
Daddy
broke.
Morebucks over here.
I'm broke. But
Boy, we got to talk about Bogans.
The point being, like we know what consent
yeah,
is.
we
Yeah,
know
no,
what
yeah.
consent is.
Yeah,
We know what
No, we
consent
don't
is.
consent is.
The-
But the problem is that when you are a man in power, things like
You're used to getting what you want.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
there's
all
that.
there's always like two scenarios of what happens here. There's a story where it's like it's much worse. That Aziz Ansari was like not, you know,
Yeah.
he wasn't even that nice about it, nothing like
Yeah.
that, because people can put on an act.
Yeah.
You know, he may not be fucking dude from Parks and Rec.
Cute,
I was about to
cuddly
say, we-
Aziz.
we
Yeah,
only
you know what I
see
mean?
his
Like,
public
we-
form. We don't see his
also-
private form.
We'd be very remiss if we did not think that there are women out there who
Or after that check.
yes, yeah, exactly. So, and there's also the whole. And it's also this conversation is very muddied up right now because of everything that's going on right now with
Allegation
basically
over allegation.
and
after-
every
Half of
woman,
fucking
every
Hollywood.
woman so far has not been wrong.
Right. But the man has come out and said,
Most of them
admitted
come out.
to it.
But we're
Most
also
of them.
very early on this story, so
Yeah.
really after
Yeah.
they record
Yeah,
this,
so-
Aziz can come out and say, "Oh yeah, no, it happened," and like, okay,
Yeah.
well then
This takes me back to like when I think the first time to me that I started hearing about like all these motherfuckers just out here just raping women. I think the first one was Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Now he was accused of what was he in House of Cards?
That was Boyd.
Yeah.
But yeah.
so
was
he
a-
was
a
it was
boy,
it was a
yeah.
guy, right?
was a guy.
It was a guy. So he was accused of it, right?
yeah.
If somebody hypothetically speaking accused me of doing some shit like that, there's two answers. Yeah, I did it. Or fuck no, I didn't do that shit.
Right.
Right.
You know what Kevin Spacey said? I don't remember doing that,
Oh,
but
he
if I
fucked
did,
up.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No.
fucking did it, bro.
Now, but another thing that happens, and this is why I said it's kind of muddied, and I don't want to say that he's right in what he did or any of these guys because I don't believe that. Like if somebody did that
Me
to my
personally,
sisters,
I just
I'm-
always
I'm-
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like I'm just so like I don't know. I love women so much that just
But
I know how scummy dudes are.
Yeah.
So it's just
If
like
we're
I
chilling-
understand that shit.
if we're chilling and I'm sensing it, not I can bet that 90% of the guys don't say, "Can I kiss you?" Can
Yeah,
I?
that's what we're getting into,
That's not a
yeah.
question that I've ever heard asked. I see women
Well, you don't wanna
posting
be
all the
that
time.
dude
Just
ass.
go. You see it in movies.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just kiss me or just go for it? So it's not like
Make the move.
men have to be taught. And it's just like the rape thing. Like they're saying, why aren't we teaching boys about rape? Well, I mean, both sexes should be taught about rape. But yes, it needs to be a topic. It needs to be something you discuss.
It does.
I think because my parents like
Like,
coming
in
up,
school.
my
Yeah,
parents did
in
such
school.
a good job in being like, like yo, you're going to fucking jail if you do that. Like,
Yeah.
they did such a good job of
scared your
scaring
ass,
it into
right?
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my parents scared
You know what
the
I
fuck
mean?
scared
Like they
your
scared
ass.
the shit out of me with it. So like
Yeah.
I
My
know
parents
like
did
if
it with
she's not
STDs.
I think I
down
got
with it,
the same.
abort fucking mission. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got the same
Yeah.
too. Like, look, if you feel like just an inkling of negativity towards the situation, you just back the fuck
But,
up.
Straight
but
the
that's
fuck up.
also why I'm timid. And then I'm a black guy, man. Like,
Oh, yeah, y'all got it worse.
shit, bruh.
I'm sorry, yo.
So, nah.
I'm sorry,
Nick said, "Oh yeah, y'all got it worse."
Aziz. I'm sorry.
our boyfriend, somebody who,
You didn't catch it. Aziz, I'm sorry.
Nick, go to hell.
Nah, what's up?
there was a star football player from Brook Point who went to Miami.
I know who you're talking
and
about.
was playing, and then
I know who you're talking
High
about.
school.
We're not gonna say his name,
Yeah.
but I know exactly who you're
yeah,
talking about.
Brooke Pointers
He
are
got
high
accused
school
of
that we all
rape.
went
Come to
to.
find out, it wasn't true.
it wasn't true.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But
You
that
can
fucked up
say-
his whole. That fucked shit up for him still.
Oh yeah. Once the
I
allegation
forgot.
is said,
That is a
tanks.
big issue
It
too,
tanks.
because literally someone could just go out
Say it.
into the public world and be like, "This person raped me," and you're gonna get that forever.
and with social media, it's hot the moment they say it, and then it doesn't matter the conclusion. Like we
court of public
trail
appeal.
off of the conclusion.
What did
so
Charlemagne
much.
always says? He goes, "People don't give a fuck about the truth when the lie's more entertaining."
Yep.
It's fucked up.
Facts.
Which goes to
Like-
the next question: what the fuck should happen to the girls if they're lying? If you
Yeah.
find out that they're lying,
I
There
mean,
should be a
sometimes they
charge.
get hit with a defamation of character.
There
But-
should be a charge. Yeah,
But if you think about it, Aziz probably did touch the girl. Probably did perform oral.
I'm
Like,
sure
she admitted to
that I'm sure that scenario in a form happened.
So he's gonna say
Whether
yes,
or not
I did.
whether or not her story is true is what we're talking about.
But he
Because
could
whether
say,
or not she went home crying,
Yeah.
and regretted the situation is what's in question.
right.
And because it could easily have been that scenario happened and she's just lying about the fact that she regretted it, but she knows that was Aziz Ansari in there. I can get some bread.
Yeah.
Or it happened the way she said it
Or he-
happened.
See,
that's
the-
what makes it such a
the
fucked up
thing we have to
situation.
I know.
do
Because
is,
like you don't know.
Was
And
he
then we'll
aggressive?
probably never know.
And then she could say, "Well, his influence led me to it." Well, you were You knew he was Aziz. Like you were influenced. Like I get how power influences. I'm not gonna say questionable things, but I've done things that's like kind of just like not my character because someone of power asked me to do it or implied that I should do it. So it's like
when you say that, because it's like I know I'm not gonna say her name, but I know her.
This subject's
A
so
friend of
touchy.
mine who something kind of similar of that happened to her. She was with a guy, and the story she told me, again, I'm not gonna say her name. She was with a guy, and I guess they were starting to have sex. She said she didn't want to, but like she didn't tell him no. You
Right.
know what I mean? And like it's weird because again, like, you know, it's all about consent. She was like, I kind of just didn't know what to do, but I didn't want it.
right.
You know, after it happened, it was just like it happened. That's still considered a type of rape. You know
It
what I mean?
is.
Because she
It
never
is.
got
It's
that
definitely-
consent.
definitely
And she said
is.
that. She said like it just happened. Like
And
there was
here's
no
the-
no
If
words,
she
no
comes
nothing.
out with the story and then they question him, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I had sex with it." Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? I
Because in
didn't know
his
it was
mind,
rape.
she didn't verbally tell him no.
And here's
so
also-
that's what makes it so like weird.
Here's
Money.
also another factor too, is that when I don't know, I'm just taking your situation, using it in my scenario, right? So let's say that scenario, it was a girl who just met this guy, right?
Right.
They're in that situation. They start doing it. Then she realizes that she doesn't want to
She's
do it
not into
anymore.
it no more.
She's never met this dude though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes are
dude could be fucking
pa-
crazy.
Dude could be fucking insane. And if you start telling him no midway, he
And
could beat the fuck out of you or
oftentimes
some
we are
dumb shit.
stronger. Oftentimes the man is stronger.
Oftentimes we are
Yeah.
stronger, bro. It's not likely that
That the woman is strong. It usually doesn't work out that the woman
Women
is
are just
strong
fucking
enough to,
scared,
like, just
yo.
throw him away. So
it's like the Dave Chappelle thing. It's like if I had
Yeah.
to walk around with a pussy on me,
Yeah. Yeah, that he did
like
say
I
that
would
too.
be scared. Like
Yeah, I
no,
would be.
like
Yeah.
because that's real. Like
Yeah.
it's like money, and
Yep.
so it's like, dude, fucking dudes are scary,
Yep.
especially if you don't know them.
Yeah.
Even if you do think you know them, and
That's why
they
the
can flip
Uber-
a switch.
That's why the Uber.
That's why it's
and
just
these,
easier
like,
just to like
things-
know for sure that she wants it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, like when I'm with a girl,
Yo, follow that rule, man. Just
for sure.
I know if she wants it. Or not.
If you think you're corny because you asked the question, you are not. You're safe. You're safe.
facts.
You get
that, and
just
also
ask your question.
I don't know. Just take kind of what all of our parents. I think all of our parents kind of did it. Yo, if you feel any dudes, I'm talking to dudes now. If you feel any type of negativity towards situation, just for
Leave
yourself,
that
bro, get the fuck out.
Yeah, man.
All the
Because
way away.
You can bet your ass I'm scaring the shit out of my kids. When I'm like,
oh my
yeah,
god,
bro,
yo,
you gonna get
can't.
fucked in the ass if you rape that girl. You're gonna go to jail, and they're going to fuck you in your ass. Do you want that?
On some real shit.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell them that
no,
shit. I'm gonna scare the
seriously,
shit
Prison
out of
don't
them.
take
real.
kindly to rapists.
Yeah.
I don't think.
You said what?
I can't imagine prison takes
No,
kindly
I mean
to
they still
rapists
have
like
a
that.
moral
Prison is
code.
filled
I
with
mean,
rapists.
But prisons still have morals.
Yeah.
I know prisoners don't fuck with child rapists.
pedophiles,
They don't
yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
with that
yeah,
shit.
Right, you're right.
They gonna have that ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Nah, man. Like honestly, dudes, y'all if y'all feel any type of negativity towards this situation,
Just know what's up.
don't
bro.
even push.
Know
that
when
shit,
to get the
bro.
fuck out.
Don't even push that shit. Just get the fuck out.
This situation, y'all watch Insecure?
I do not.
Nah.
Okay.
With Issa Rae?
Issa Rae,
Nah.
first of all, she got snubbed off the Grammys. We'll retouch that in a second.
Word. Oh yeah, the
But-
Grammys is coming up.
You mean the Golden Globes?
I mean, Golden Globes.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Globe.
Okay. Yeah,
Globe.
we
Same
didn't talk
thing.
about that
But
Same thing.
yeah, award show, all the same.
yet. Grammys coming up though.
It is coming up. But
We had a whole thing about that.
in Insecure, there was a moment where she's giving this guy head, and he's like, "Oh, I'm about to come," but he doesn't say it. Like everybody just knows, right? And he's like, "Oh," and then shoots all on her face, and she gets super mad. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know. Like, you know what a dick does, like." And she got really mad and like ended everything with this guy. It's like, no, you don't.
I'm
She
gonna stop
doesn't
you right
really
there.
know.
I'm gonna wait. Are you on her side or his side?
I'm on her side.
Oh, okay. I thought
It
you were
was
like,
just, it was
okay.
fucking hilarious.
All right.
It was hilarious. You gotta
All right.
watch
I was like,
the
wait, hold
scene.
up.
You gotta watch the scene. I laughed for so long.
I never
but then I
been with a
started
girl who fucks with
texting.
that shit. I never been with a girl who fucks with that
I
shit.
started texting like I have a lot of.
all my girls are into that shit.
Okay,
Facts.
that's like on his
That's
checklist.
besides the
That's
point,
like number one. Can I come on your face?
That is
Yes,
that
okay.
is a primary question.
That's a good. See,
Yeah.
all the girls
Very-
that I've been with have had the courtesy of being like, "Let me know when you're about to
Where
like,
to
go off."
But
Where
Let
to?
me know.
but that's another one.
And I
that's
ask
like
where. I always ask where.
Send me
Be a
your
gentleman.
location.
Be a gentleman.
Oh yeah, always ask where.
You said send me your location.
Yeah, send me.
yo, dude.
Send me a pin. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
But
Where
yeah,
should I
no,
come?
that's. I mean, it's the same.
Seriously,
It's
ask,
more
though.
extreme. It's more extreme, definitely. But it's still like she wasn't with it. Like you gotta clear those benchmarks, bro.
You got
Make
to,
sure.
bro.
Cover all bases, bro.
Yeah,
That's
cover,
part of it, man.
cover all of it.
That's part of what we were talking about earlier. Just because
Nah,
that
for
could
real,
be a thing where if she gets mad about that,
Yeah, and that go watch Insecure. It has 2 seasons. It's
on Netflix, man?
I think season 1's
it's
on
HBO.
Netflix.
I know it's HBO.
I know it's HBO, but I think season 1's on Netflix. I
Is
saw it when looking
bad.
on the queue.
Oh, word.
Well, I want to watch
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah, go watch that. It's she uses a lot of music and stuff. I think she actually played a good hand in bringing about some artists because there's a lot of like you'll hear the songs and you'll be like, okay, like finally this artist is getting some. But
I saw like the
Yeah.
first episode, and then like I just never, I never kept up with it.
it's so I won't say it's a show for women, but because the women are the main
I
characters,
hear a lot
you
of motherfuckers talking about it.
you can kind of see where
Yeah, I
like
keep
this
hearing
is
about it.
this is like from a woman's angle.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys don't like that. I didn't find it because they have a guy in there, and I'm like, yeah, that dude's a fuckboy. Like he's obviously, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's I really like it, and she got snubbed. Okay, so there's a couple snubs I want to talk about off the.
Okay, yeah, I was actually the one that because we all have a group
Yeah.
chat. I was the one that was like, "Yo, watch the Golden Globes," and I don't remember what happened. I don't know where we went. I think we went somewhere, and I couldn't watch it, and so that's
We were at
what
Polly's, I think.
was it. Polly's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we went to a studio session, so we missed it. But then you had said you watched it.
Yeah.
So how did it go? How was it? How
I
was
mean,
it?
it's all right. Award shows. Excuse me. First of
I
all,
stopped
I
giving
have
a
to,
fuck about award shows.
Yeah,
bro.
I have to preface
never care about
all
the
of this
winners.
with I wouldn't have watched it if Nick didn't tell me that he was going to talk about it because
I want to talk about every award show. By the way.
just they it's such a disconnect and they bore me and it's just like
Yeah.
you know certain so like especially with the Globes they give their videos to these like there's movies that we haven't seen yet that the people on the council have seen. I think it's like HFPA or something like whatever.
Zane said that the award shows, the way to describe the Golden Globes is like it's Hollywood sucking its own dick.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. So
Definitely.
most
Most of
you
them
know Jordan Peele didn't get a director nod or anything. Not
I
even
thought
a
he got like
nomination.
nominated for like
Whoa.
best comedy. I thought Get Out
Wait,
literally.
No, Get Out. The movie went up for a comedy. That shit wasn't a comedy, by the way.
At all.
Like
It was to white people.
it was a thriller. It was like not a comedy. You could have put that shit in horror. You could put it in like drama. It wasn't a comedy.
That's
so to
crazy.
put it in a comedy is like
At least the
fuck
first part
off.
of it
At
was-
least you got something.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
That's just, that
That's
was one big
wild.
reason why
It
I
is
wasn't
wild.
watching. I said, "Fuck these niggas."
Yeah, and him, Jordan Peele, as a director, who directors make it. He didn't get a nod for anything. He's completely.
That's the
left
one
out.
he should have got.
Yeah.
I don't take the movie out of the situation. You should have just got a director thing
Yeah.
for that.
Like he was
That's crazy.
big. That's big.
He directed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he wrote it and everything,
I
but
think he's doing another one.
Directed.
Not another Get Out, but like he's doing
But
something
yeah, he's
else.
doing another movie.
something like that.
Issa Rae didn't get any kind of nod.
Really?
Yeah,
That's so
nothing.
crazy.
I think she was just completely left off the list.
She don't need it. Fuck them. She don't need it.
The
I
big
don't.
thing
I don't
was-
think award shows should define your career, but it's the same thing. Like this is buzzing. Everybody's talking. You didn't even give her a nod. You didn't give her like nothing. A surprise was Game of Thrones didn't win best drama. The Handmaid's Tale, which I've heard a lot about.
Zane
I've
put
heard
me
of
on
The
The
Handmaid's
Handmaid's
Tale.
Tale. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I tried to watch. I watched half of the first episode. I went to bed.
Same.
Yeah.
The two stories I heard from the Golden Globes were before the award show came out, I heard about the Get Out thing.
Yeah.
But after the award show came out, I heard two things. One is just kind of funny, which is that Frances McDormand, they like bleeped her thing, but she had never said nothing. She didn't say like any cuss words or
Oh,
nothing like
yeah.
that, but they bleeped her.
Yeah.
That I just think there's nothing really to talk
See,
about there. I just think that's funny.
I passively watched it, so when it was bleeped, I just
You
like
kind of
looked
like
over
looked
and I was
over like,
oh,
huh?
yeah.
But then the big news about after that was Oprah.
Oh yeah.
Oprah
Oh yeah,
had
she gave some speech or something like that.
Yeah, she gave some like big speech or something like
Talking
that.
about running for president.
Because
and
she
shit.
won an award, right?
Yeah.
Some weird award. So like
What,
some
just
lifetime
being Oprah?
achievement.
Yeah, it's like a lifetime achievement type
It's
thing.
the I'm Oprah award.
The I'm Oprah Award. The Oprah
I
Award.
won again.
You saw that video of
I'm
Oprah?
Oprah.
It was Oprah and Ellen DeGeneres just like it was like they were like talking about just how rich they were. They were like, "Oh yeah, so I have this like $22 million check that I never cashed, and I went to the bank." I'm like, "Fuck these bitches, man! Eat my fucking cup of ramen."
Did you hear the Oprah speech? Or?
Yeah, and there's like hints about a presidency run.
I'll be with it.
I'm not voting for Oprah. That's the exact problem.
we go.
we're in
Because she's
right
a
now.
woman?
That's the exact problem we are in right now.
Because she wears
Celebrities running for
glasses.
president.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
She wears
what
glasses.
experience does she have? Is she gonna give cars to everybody in America? Like, what do you want her president
look,
for?
you
Like,
know who-
I will
you know
say
who-
she's a huge fucking philanthropist.
You know who?
Yes.
Y'all know who the Lucas
what
brothers
does
are?
that really do? Yeah,
So I was watching another Vlad interview with
Those
them,
are-
right?
Uh-huh.
You know who the Lucas brothers is, right?
They're the twin
The
comedians.
twin
right?
comedians. So they were like, they were talking to Vlad for 10 minutes
Oh, Lord.
about why they think The Rock should be the president.
I keep hearing that.
Yo, if The Rock was the president, I'd be all fucking for it. Yo.
I
I
keep
mean, I
hearing
would be
that.
all for Kanye as president.
No.
No.
Yep.
I'm good.
Dude,
Yep.
he's
I'm-
crazy
I'm
with
good.
Donald.
I'm good. They were talking about that too. They were like, Kanye would be. They're like, Kanye would be like a good
I'm
secretary.
more worried
of
about
state.
Kanye
Yeah.
running. Yeah, oh yeah, I can look. He can be in the cabinet all he wants. He cannot be running the
I
country.
don't want any celebrity. That's the whole point.
I don't want any
That's
celebrity
why
either.
when Kanye said 2020, I like fully jumped on it because it's hilarious that we are
No.
putting these people without experience in office. Why are you doing that?
Well, first of all, the only people with that experience are former presidents, and we can't put them back on.
No, but you can have political experience. A philanthropist does not
I feel like
does
a lot
not
of.
have the experience.
I feel
to
like
run
we
a
like
country.
not to be like totally weird about it, but I feel like we need to put these military people back into power because we've been doing nothing but putting career politicians back into power when these motherfuckers don't know how to run. Like, that's why the fucking Iraq war was so fucking shitty. Was because it wasn't. We've had like nothing but like generals and fucking war commanders as our presidents for the last like 110 years.
Yeah.
That's why when we fight wars, we fucking win. We've
Yeah,
been fighting this stupid
what was the
oil
about?
war
Like,
for like
what
20
kind of
years.
oil needs to be in our car or some shit?
That's what the whole war's about. Right?
I love Ryder Javon. I love Ryder Javon.
That's what the whole war's about. So we need to get. I think that's who needs to be in power.
The Rock?
The people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a kind of fear that goes with that too, because
Yeah.
you don't want them to be war driven. Like,
I don't
fuck
need
no.
them to be
We
war
don't- we don't
driven.
like-
I need them to be ready
just
for
have the
it.
knowledge. Yeah, just
But
have
you know
the
what?
knowledge for it.
If there was a celebrity to go into power, so like this is pre-Trump, I would pick Trump over Kanye, over Oprah, like all of them.
No,
do you
the
know
fuck
why?
I would not.
Do you know why?
Here we
He's
go.
a businessman, so he knows
A terrible
no,
one.
No. But
No,
he
he's not.
understands. It doesn't matter
not a
if
terrible
all your
businessman.
business. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you've had some failures. Everybody's gonna fail. So you can highlight those failures all you want. He is rich as fuck, and he knows.
You know that you've seen
the
them towers.
corporate tax rate. He knows all of this, and he knows how to bring the companies back to America, and that's what he started to do. Has it fucked us? Yes, it's fucked us. But before he started, in my mind, I was like, he's bad. I don't want him. He's also
a fucking
he's
racist.
He's
terrible.
fast from the jump.
But he knows the corporate. If he can get a cabinet to run the political side,
There is something there.
then
However,
there's something there. But
he also
Oprah,
developed dementia when he got into
I would
office.
much rather. And I don't give a fuck about politics. Fuck politics along with football. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about politics.
I hear
But
you just did that.
I would much rather have Oprah on there because I know
football
Oprah
in
don't
there.
fucking hate niggas. That's just I hear you. I'm not even trying to
Yeah.
get on your
It's
point.
fine.
I just know for a fact that Oprah don't hate niggas.
It's a big. That's true. It's
We
it's a big topic, but I don't want. I think. Well,
Hold on, my bad.
I really
it didn't
should-
come my bad.
I
Isn't
really
it kind of
should
fucked
be-
up that I say fuck like football, but like I'll
Yes.
walk in
Yeah,
wearing
nah.
like football jackets?
But-
and
Well, you
they got
gotta
fly
clear-
gear, bro. I can't even think. They got fly gear.
Yeah. Oh, but fuck him.
Oh,
And
fuck
he threw
'em.
it in there with politics.
Yeah,
like,
that's
what the
fucked
fuck,
up.
bro?
Yeah, I was insulted.
No, don't do that. Don't do
Anyway,
bro. My
no,
fault.
but I'm with you though. Like where it's like there was something with Trump's, along with his celebrity, whatever you want to call it. He does have a business mind, and that's why he won. And along with the racist people, I
Okay,
get
I
it.
was about to say,
No,
you
I
sure
get
that's
it.
why he won?
No, I
Yeah,
get it.
no,
Yeah,
no,
no,
they're
no,
there. They're there.
it's like literally it's like 70% because the racist people love him, and 30% because he has a business mind.
And
I
I mean,
get that, but
both weeks.
huh?
Both weeks I've been talking like race. I brought up race a
Oh,
lot.
no.
So
That's a huge
we're not
topic.
ignoring that. We're
No,
not
no,
ignoring
no,
that.
definitely
So,
not. Like
I just want to make sure niggas keep that in
no,
mind.
no. I understand that completely. It's
I'ma
the
let you
reason
rock.
I
I'ma
don't
let you
fuck
rock.
with
Go
him
on.
either. But the reason, the main reason, the good reason he's in there is because of the business. But to me, that's not enough. I just you're not looking for someone to run the country, because I know it is a business in a way, but it's not. And I don't want, and then, like, I just like government's not trying to sell anything.
Yes,
You
They
think
are.
what?
the government makes a lot of money off of transactions. It's all.
Yeah, but they could just send us a bill and we got to pay it because they're the government. And that's not selling anything. That's
But
just,
that's what.
Yes,
That's
I'm
what. So
only
like our
a
taxes.
bit.
I don't know if y'all saw the new tax structure, but basically like you're gonna feel helped out right now. It's just gonna get worse. By 2020, you're gonna end up owing probably. So,
2020, we're all getting fucked in the ass.
but it's
Not if
the
Oprah shows
corporate
up.
rate is coming down, and there's an influx of people moving headquarters back into America. You see everything made from China. That's what he wanted to do. When Bush allowed companies to start overseas, that's where we saw an initial drop. So
Talking
like
about Daddy Bush or Son Bush?
Son Bush.
Son Bush.
So this is like we're seeing just the economy
Son Bush.
change from a people-driven economy to a business-driven economy, and that's like this is. I was like, well, yeah, this is what they wanted Trump in the office to do. Trump isn't doing anything he didn't tell us he was going to do. I didn't vote for that. I did not vote for Trump.
I didn't vote at all.
I cried voting for Hillary. We fucked up in the beginning of the race where we alienated Sanders.
I have a
In my-
story
That's
about
exactly
one.
why like I'm kind of like keeping
Yeah.
quiet when it comes to the opinions because I didn't vote.
I-
I just didn't vote.
I mean, at the end of the day, I truly don't care. I don't think they really have. I mean,
It's such a shitty mentality to have too, and I'll be the first to admit it's such a shitty mentality that we're sitting here being like, we didn't vote, we don't care. It sucks, but that's the truth, bro.
It
Like,
is,
I don't give a fuck.
but at the same time, government takes so long to do whatever it is they need to do. Everything we talk about right now is not going to happen
There's
to us
ropes.
until 5 years.
too
from
many
now.
ropes.
So,
But if you say, like, I used to hear all throughout school that the president's a figurehead. Oh, he's just a figurehead. So everybody else. No, if you truly think that, watching Trump right now, he sends out a tweet that holds a lot of power. He says
that's the scariest thing.
He
That
called
is
the
the scariest
country
thing to me.
shitholes.
Yep.
What?
That
The
was the worst.
UN
The
even
president.
did a fucking thing like, we can't support that. Like, no.
Shithole
You
countries,
went
man.
against the unification that we're trying to build.
Yo,
Like, so
if we
you
keep it
don't
in
think-
a buck, if we keep it in a whole buck, so when North Korea was like, we gonna fuck this country up, like we gonna, it's coming, and they were talking about like the nuclear bomb shit. I'm not even gonna lie, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
You know they
because I was
can't
like,
do
yo,
it,
this
right?
motherfucker gonna be the reason why we all die.
You know,
Dead
they,
ass.
you know they can't do it yet, right?
Yeah, I'm hip.
No,
Like they physically can't.
No,
do it.
I'm hip.
Okay.
I'm saying like
Honestly,
the
no-
whole
no-
idea, the whole idea scares the shit out of
They
me.
no country
do-
wants to go to war with America.
Well, not only that, but here's the thing: if North Korea, let's say North Korea, really right now, did even try to send a bomb this way, like just from North Korea, they shot one out. They just announced, like maybe 3 months ago, that they can barely hit Hawaii.
Yep.
That's the closest they can get to anything. So yeah, I'm scared for Hawaii. You know what I mean?
Well, we
but
have
also,
systems in place,
as
too,
soon
so it's
as
like-
because of all the sensors and satellites and everything that goes on,
Yeah.
as soon as that motherfucker goes off, we're gonna know exactly, because it's computer generated, exactly where that motherfucker's going. And when that shit says fucking Honolulu, every country that's on our side, every country that we owe money to and owes money to us and all that shit like that, we're all jumping in and taking that motherfucker out.
but
in the air.
So, I mean,
So, over
my-
the Pacific Ocean, a big nuclear thing's gonna happen, but that's the worst that's gonna happen, and then we're gonna beat the shit out of North Korea for even trying to do something. So I'm not worried at all.
Nick
We
just said,
just
look,
can't- we
these niggas gonna try to pull up on us. We gonna see them coming. We're gonna fuck them up. Then we're gonna go to their house with our shoes on.
Our
and
weapons
beat
have never
the
not
shit
been
out of them.
drawn.
That's what Nick just said.
Yes,
Fuck your couch.
our weapons have never not been drawn, and that's
Yeah.
that's why I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
But
Nick
also,
said, we with the shits, nigga.
when I'll be afraid when they say they can hit DC.
I'm still not afraid.
I'm still
so
not
my-
afraid in
To
the
take a
way
stand?
My job is
we're not. Let's talk about Eminem
With-
in a
I'm sorry,
second.
bro. No, let's not.
with my job.
we can. We actually
You can,
can.
yeah.
I have to research. I do a lot with like aircrafts and stuff, and I have to like
That's right,
know
you're in
the
the Air Force.
parts.
That's
and,
right, yeah.
and
I'm
all of
correct,
that.
right?
Yeah. Huh?
As soon as they fucking figure out where that missile is,
Yeah.
They're-
Yeah. It's done. But
you're flying over there and taking that
the
motherfucker
thing,
out.
like, if you look at sizes, the U.S. owns 22% of all the aircraft. Like, they have we have the largest air force.
And if we don't
like-
own it, we can
and-
tell motherfuckers to send it out.
Technology wise, if you look at the other countries, they own the parts that we are done owning. Like, we're like pushing, okay,
Right.
here, let's sell this to you. You know, Boeing, Northrop, Lockheed, they all make those things, but they make it for the U.S. first, and then it goes to them. So we have and have had for years what they're developing. If I'm not
Right.
now, that doesn't mean to be arrogant about it
Yeah.
and say like, "Oh, there's nothing that could come from it." They could sneak in if you're too arrogant. But
You
you know,
ever
I'm
seen a
not worried
war?
about that.
You ever seen a gun from the Civil War where it's like one shot and then they gotta like pull the little rod out?
Yeah.
And they gotta stick the bullet back in there and they gotta pull it and they gotta shoot it. North Korea doesn't even have the rod that sticks the bullet in yet.
It's like
Facts. They don't.
And this is fucked up analogy.
They're still
but
doing testing.
the arrows killed a lot of the Europeans that came in to fight the Native Americans, but
Right.
the Europeans won because they had the better technology. So it's like
Take
it's
notes,
fucked
North Korea. Nah, man. And also just to bring back the Trump situation, it's like, dude really thinks there's some sort of button. There's a button, but there's not a button. It's not on his desk. It's not bigger than North Korea's.
I think
He has dementia.
I think if we call Trump an idiot, we're calling us like the dumbest
It's
people
actually
on.
it's actually insulting to a whole community of people that have mental health to call him an idiot because he has mental health issues, and that's why he needs to be removed.
You know who else had mental health issues?
Scooby Doo. Oh, my bad.
Hitler. Oh,
Scoobert Dubert.
Scooby-Doo.
That's his real name. Too, Scooby Doober. All right, so completely shifting the fuck out of gears here.
Yeah.
Where?
Y'all heard that Chloroseptic remix?
I did.
I I heard Eminem's verse. Oh no, I listened to 2 Chainz too. Yeah, I heard the whole thing.
I didn't like the song any better than the old one.
Really?
2 Chainz didn't help.
I don't know why
The
they
new
did
M
it.
verse didn't help.
I don't know why they
The
did
new Fresher verse did not help. That song's still trash. Shout out to 2 Chainz, you're my guy. Shout out to Eminem, you're a goat. Fresher, I don't know you. Salute to you for getting the look.
They just
I don't
didn't
know.
need
I don't
to-
know who
they didn't
Fresher
need
is.
to do it.
I didn't know who Fresher is. I still really don't know who Fresher is. Shout out to you for getting that.
I'm part of the
Dope-ass
community.
look.
I'm part of the community that's like, damn, well, where the fuck was this Eminem?
I get that.
I'm part of that community.
I still think it's trash.
I think it was a retaliatory
Yeah, most definitely.
track. Yeah.
Definitely.
But
I did like that he did go back at people for that because I think, yeah, no, I do agree with that. But also, I think M was banking on too much things that he couldn't control.
yeah.
What you mean?
Well, when he made the whole BT cipher thing,
Mm-hmm.
I can almost guarantee that he was waiting on Trump to tweet at him.
Yep.
He said it. He said he was waiting on Trump.
So that, but when it didn't happen, which we're all shocked it didn't happen because the dude tweets at everybody. He tweets at fucking CNN every day. Why he didn't tweet at the fucking biggest white rapper ever is beyond me. Don't know why I never heard it. I don't know if Trump's cabinet or team kept it away from him. There's no way no one I guess literally no one someone had to not tell him that happened.
Or maybe he
I
heard
think
it.
he
And they were,
heard it.
maybe he heard it, and they were just like, "Yo, leave this nigga alone."
I mean, he's also a businessman, and he knows that just puts more money in his pocket to keep saying shit.
Yeah.
Could be.
But so I think what happens, because it was such a politically drawn album, I think because nothing happened around it. Like the only thing that happened is that it was cool to see a white person say,
Just like
yeah,
stand up.
say kind of what we've all been saying. That's the most that happened from that album.
Let me tell you what I think.
Go ahead,
I think it's cool that Eminem is still out here in 2018
Officer
giving us
Brainwave.
bars.
Yeah, I don't think Eminem,
It was a good album. You let me finish, but it was a good album. You don't like lyricism, and that's why you hate the album.
Sirens.
If we're talking about lyricists, I don't put Eminem in my top 3. I don't put Eminem in top 3 rappers either. But lyricists.
I
either.
spent so many years like screaming and yelling at niggas about that. I'm pooped, and especially after that, after he put out this shit, I'm not gonna.
I think he's top 10. I respect all that he's done with his career.
If you
Like
take
said,
if you
biggest-
take dead rappers out of it, is he still not in your top?
I don't have any dead rappers in my top,
Okay.
except for Big Pun.
I don't have any dead rappers in my top.
Okay,
I
good.
think Big Pun's in my top 10.
I always thought that would change the narrative if people stopped saying dead or alive.
No,
I hate that. Okay, let's get into that. When people like, I hate when you're like, oh, so who's your top of all time? And
Dead or
niggas
alive.
always say niggas
Big Pun, Big
Pac,
Pac.
Jay. Nah, get the fuck out of here.
You're not
I hate
special,
that
bro.
fucking answer, yo. Like,
Yeah.
cause I'm like,
You're
come
not
on, man.
special, dog. Come up with some more names.
and I think half the people that say it because other people say it.
Because
I
they've
don't
never
think
heard
you
those
really
records.
understand what you're saying.
Oh, you're asking me a
when you do
rap
that.
question? I want to be cool, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say all the names that I keep hearing.
Oh, I can't be legitimate if I don't know Pac or.
I hate when niggas say. I
say random
hate
shit.
when niggas say. You can't leave out Big. Yes, the fuck I can.
Oh, I can.
Yes, I fucking can.
And I leave out Pac too.
And I listened to a lot of Big when I was coming up. I listened to a lot of Big. He's still
I
not
think
in my
they were
fucking top.
more influential than they were talented at rap.
Well, hold on.
I'm not going to say they were talentless.
I feel like
I'm just saying they're not
talented
in my
rappers really
top.
don't
I'm gonna put it to you this way: if we're talking about all those motherfuckers, let's just say that. And let me not call them motherfuckers. That's disrespectful. When we talking about like them, to me, like talent wise, Big was nasty.
Yeah.
Big was nasty as fuck. But like, I just hate when niggas say like, "Oh yeah, you know, Big Pac, Nas, Jay."
I just think when you say the fucking everyone's
fucking-
top
yeah, the
five,
fucking
you're not
every answer
special.
everyone gives, yeah.
So I just toss you away. You don't have your own opinion.
You know who my top 5 is?
Go ahead. Here we are. We're gonna
Here
be
we
another
are.
three-
Niggas
we're
gonna be mad, man.
we're gonna be another
Niggas
3
gonna be
hours.
mad, man. So M is kind of M in purgatory right now.
M's in my
I'm sorry.
top
I'm
five.
sorry,
Okay.
M. I love you, but
Okay.
you in purgatory right now. He was my number one.
He's on top 5 probation.
He's on. Yeah, bro. You remember Twitter jail?
Yeah.
He in
He's
hip-hop-
on top
he-
5
He in
jail.
hip hop jail right now.
Top
Give him a buck.
5. Top 5 Twitter
He in
jail.
hip hop jail right now. I guess his replacement will be Jadakiss.
Okay.
Jadakiss will probably be my number one.
Okay.
Okay.
I respect that.
So Jay was kind of
Actually,
sitting
no. Outkast, but as a whole,
As a whole,
will be
okay.
number one.
there. Oh.
T.I. will be after.
Ooh.
Then Jada.
Wow, T.I.
That's 3. Killer Mike.
I was thinking about T.I.
Killer Mike is definitely in my top 5.
We're
And
talking about
then
lyricists? What are you talking about?
Just
Artists?
top 5 rappers.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, wow.
Who did I say? Killer Mike and
It's crazy.
This is the most original list I've ever heard.
I'm trying to think, bro.
Facts. It's all South.
Oh.
It's all. You named every Atlanta person?
I guess I probably put Ye.
Oh, wait. Jada's from New York. Sorry.
I put Ye.
Yeah.
I think Ye's from Chicago.
So, a lot of the times when I say Ye, it gets me in trouble because people are like, well, Ye don't write his own raps.
I don't care.
Oh,
I
damn.
don't
All right,
care.
then never mind. I take. Well, actually, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Because to me, that didn't define the rapper. It's like what you brought to the ears.
Ghostwriters don't shock me anymore.
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
You know
I'm
what-
gonna say yeah because I mean he gave us. And I
gave
sound
us
like
the
I hate
sound.
having the real hip hop conversation, but like he gave us like fucking
it's everything you hear.
four fucking untouchables.
You know what
I mean?
ghostwriter will shock me? When they say Royce is a ghostwriter or somebody like that.
Yeah, if I heard. Yeah,
when
if I
they
heard
say
Royce and
that
Rose
type of
raps.
shit, that's when I'm going to be like, yo, that's
Somebody
crazy.
who's lyrical. If they say
Right,
a lyrical
that's
rapper.
crazy.
But Kanye
Because they built their whole legacy off that shit.
Yeah.
Ye makes records.
records.
Outkast makes records.
He makes stadium hits.
Killer Mike and Run the Jewels, they make records, bro. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I would be surprised if Killer Mike had some.
Killer Mike writes his raps.
Well, I'm saying, but that's one of those people like where if you told me they had a ghostwriter, I'd be very surprised.
You don't doubt Killer Mike's pen.
I do not.
Mine's Ye, Cudi, and Ghostface as my top 3. It'd be pretty hard to think about 2 more on my top 5 out of my top 10. So
What would
I'm
you?
not
Is
gonna
Cudi
do
a
that.
Top
rapper?
5's really hard.
I put Cudi as a rapper because that's what he came to the scene as. And if you ask me what genre he should be in right now, I don't really have
his
a
10-minute,
I really don't know,
bro.
for
His
real.
10-minute Tim Westwood freestyle is one of the best freestyles I've ever heard, bro.
That is cold. If you haven't heard that,
Kid
guys.
Cudi, bro, you gotta go back. It's from like 08.
The thing
It's so
is,
old.
yeah,
but it's so
he
good.
rapped for
Right
Man on the
before he
Moon,
jumped.
and then he kind of went to like this muddied in between area where it was
I
just
definitely
like
wouldn't call him R&B.
he's not
Bro,
R&B.
I don't know
He's
what his
not
genre
a
is.
pop
I don't know what the fuck he
It's
is.
not a pop sound.
It's whatever Bert
That's
Travis and them.
But seriously, you hear him, and Jaden Smith said this. If you go back and you try to listen for Cudi and every single project that's been released since 2008, it's Cudi. You hear Cudi. You hear Cudi in some form. So like to take away his influence, meh. And I call him a rapper because my favorite album is Man on the Moon 2, and he was still a rapper there.
Man on the Moon 2 is your favorite album?
2, yeah.
Wait, of all time or just
Of
from
all
him?
of all time. Nope.
Really?
My favorite. I like, and I think it's because of where I was at and then what his music did for me at the time. Like
I wasn't feeling Man on the Moon 2. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. I'm thinking of what the fuck? What was the one after Man on the Moon 2?
Shit.
Not the
did
Wizard
he do
one.
Indie Cud?
I didn't. It was Indie Cut. I didn't like Indie Cut.
Yeah. Wizard was slept on. We talked about this.
We
one
did talk
time,
about that
bruh.
because everyone said
Oh
Wizard was
my
trash. I
God,
like Wizard.
was
What was the joint called?
Teleport to Me.
Teleport to Me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't see I didn't get the hate behind that one. That was
Yeah.
him and Dr. Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Dot.
No, I liked Wizard.
Indie Cut was all right. It had a couple.
It had a couple.
I just feel like that was like him extremely frustrated and putting out something because people were hating on. Did
That
you
was
know
probably
he's
like
given
his
us an
Yeezus.
album every single year since
Who's that? Cudi?
Wizard? Yeah, Cudi.
What was on it?
Really?
For the last 5 years, he's given an album every year.
That shocks me because I don't know any of them.
Just What I Am. I like that with Kingship.
Yeah.
I like that.
The ASAP Rocky jump was Brothers, I think.
Cudi's on Spotify.
Solo Dolo Part 2.
Yep.
He did a joint with E40 unless I'm tripping. Did he do a joint with
I
E40?
thought Cudi be one of them title people.
Never
The
mind. I'm
title
bugging.
people.
I thought he would be.
Entitled?
No, title. On title.
Oh.
Like only on
yeah,
title.
yeah,
Well, see, like he ruins a lot of his relation. Well, he ruined.
He burns bridges, bro.
previously. Yeah, he
Lupe
burns bridges.
Fiasco's still trying to catch
Yeah,
the fade. Lupe still want to fuck him up.
Wale.
Jesus.
Wale.
Oh,
Drake.
damn! I want to get into that.
That
too.
Wale Kid Cudi record is hard.
Did you hear the
Back in
Wale
the day.
remix to SZA's Weekend? Bruh, he is so
What?
slept on. Oh my, his verse
Can you find that and play it?
was the best verse. Did you guys listen to Festival? Festivus. I'm sorry, not Festival.
By Wale?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Wale's mixtape that came
when
out.
When did that come out?
2015
That's
Christmas.
I sleep on Wale, dog. I know I do.
I wish people would stop.
And I don't.
Yeah,
and I
man,
really
it
don't
got-
even know
it has
how to
to
wake
stop.
up.
Wale is one of those people who, like, I used to say that he put out better mixtapes and albums.
Yeah.
I think he just puts out Like they're both good.
He just
Both good.
you just gotta listen. Like I think
What is it about him?
what is it about
There's
him
something about
That's
him.
what I want to know. Is like, what is it about him that's
they
not
hate?
clicking?
I don't know, man.
Because I'm on the opposite side of y'all. I don't listen to him at all.
And I think just
And
people
I
just
don't know
listen,
why.
and then they disregard when he puts out. Like they're just like,
I don't pay attention.
I love Shine. His last album, I love Shine.
Yeah,
A lot of niggas didn't like Shine.
I did not go out of my way to listen to it,
Bro, you need
and
to.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But why? But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why am I not looking at Wale like that?
Because there wasn't a moment where he put out something and it was just so disappointing.
Is that what it is?
To say like I don't want to listen. There wasn't a moment like
The-
that. So
well,
I don't
his first
understand.
album.
Was there ever a
His
moment?
first album.
His first
album
album
with MMG.
was disappointing
Ambition.
because of the hype that was around what he's shown us. Like mixtape Wale, and then you put out a first album. It's like this isn't mixtape Wale.
What you talking about? Attention deficit or ambition? I
I'm
like
talking-
attention deficit.
I'm talking about ambition.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Do you think maybe that's it though? Maybe he never really had like a moment,
Yeah,
I thought he had a couple.
I don't think there was
but
one
like a
verse.
moment though. Like
There
we
wasn't
just
anything.
we
to
just
land
talked
him in,
about
like, the
Isaiah
hot-
having Sylvia demo as his moment.
Yeah, there. I think attention deficit. If you were paying attention, but if you weren't, then
If
I
you
don't
really
think-
weren't paying attention to Kendrick like I was, Good Kid, Mad City was a moment.
yeah.
I mean, everything he puts out is a moment.
No,
well,
but after,
no,
after
but
that,
to put his name in your head.
I'm
to
saying like
click on
I didn't
this
listen to
shit,
Section
like,
80 until Good Kid came out.
Oh,
That's
really?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like that.
Wait, have you heard Overly Dedicated?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've heard everything
Oh,
Kendrick.
all right, all right.
No, I was late to Kendrick.
Okay,
Like,
so you didn't
when-
actually start getting on the train.
But that's
until
all,
Kid
but,
Mad
that,
City.
but that's
And
what I'm
then
talking
you
about.
went
That's what I'm
back
talking about. A
and-
moment when a moment happens in an artist's career. I think where you look at them and like, okay, that's undeniable in a way. So to me, like when swimming pools and that whole good kid thing came out,
Yeah.
that was Kendrick's.
That's
at least
true.
for me. So, and then we just talked about Isaiah having Sylvia demo. That was his moment, right? Did Wale ever have that?
No, he never had a record that was just like
Maybe that's it.
like no song of the season.
'Cause I would
type
like to
I
say
felt
that-
like he always did. I just felt like niggas were just like, oh, it's Wale.
I think
Fuck
he
him.
was featured on a couple where it was like,
Moments.
y'all are
I
still.
don't think you can have
Tell you
feature
what,
moments,
tell you
though.
what, Nick. Listen to The Gifted.
Okay.
Um,
Because I definitely, I
wanna
own
give you
ambition.
tracks.
I own ambition.
listen to The Gifted. Listen to the album About Nothing. Listen to Shine. And it's to me, honestly, bro, Shine might be my favorite Wale.
Those are
album.
bodies of like
Shine might
bodies
be
of
my
works
favorite
to listen to.
Honestly, The Gifted was really fucking good, but Shine might be my favorite, bro.
I'm a big fan of off album cuts because I feel like albums, like especially if you're signed, if you're not independent, you're kind of bending to the will of what they want you to put out. Like you're not really completely free in your thoughts. So when it's not on an album, so like there's a J. Cole, Wale, just 32 bars each.
Talking about the new joint they did.
No, this is all. It's like
J. Cole had a weird moment.
Is it Beautiful Bliss?
I said J. Cole had a weird moment.
They got because J. Cole and Wale. I feel like there's like a J. Cole Wale cut on every one of Wale's albums. There's Beautiful Bliss.
this
there's-
isn't on. This is an off album.
Oh, it's an off album. Okay.
Yeah.
Salusi.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Listen to the Bad Girl remix.
That's Rihanna. Right?
The Rihanna thing.
I like that one.
He had a great verse on that.
I like that.
This Weekend remix. He does very well when he gets because he's a mellow kind of guy. He
Yes.
likes to put poetry down.
His personality is
So-
not mellow,
Yeah.
but his music is mellow.
He's sensitive. I mean, but like he'll tell you that.
But he's not mellow.
Wale.
Yeah.
He's mellow. It don't appear that way because like he's turning up. When he's turning
He's
up,
always
like that,
turning
Yeah.
up.
but I mean, wouldn't you too? The way like niggas just shit on him for no reason.
That's fact. I really just sat here and said I never really listened to him.
Winter Schemes. Listen to that. J. Cole and Wale, Winter Schemes.
Ooh,
Wale had
yeah.
a terrific verse. Like
Okay.
one of my favorites.
I think honestly, one of my favorite Wale songs was off of album About Nothing. It's his joint he did with J. Cole called The Pessimist.
Oh, yeah.
That joint was really good.
Jay-Z.
Holy shit, no.
And
Wale and J. Cole.
listen
Cole.
to Festivus. It's a short thing, but he has features on it like ASAP Ferg. He has Pusha T on there. Like he has some really nice things, but Wale is shining. Like I don't understand. Like
Did you like the joint he did with G-eazy Fashion Week?
I liked. Yeah, I have a hard time listening to G-eazy, but I
feel
liked it.
I'm gonna be honest. So when I heard Fashion Week, at first I was just like, and then it just got stuck in my head, and I love the song so much that I even like G-Eazy's verse, and I think G-Eazy's kind of cheesy.
I like G-eazy's
I like-
first record, and then I like No Limit, but not because of G-eazy.
I feel like G-eazy is just a Macklemore that can rap.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry.
Like,
bitch
I
lying on
just
me like she tired. Are you fucking serious? All right, nigga. Okay. Bitch lying on me like she tired. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm dead.
I just don't know how he's reached this point of stardom. I think I don't.
I know why.
I'm not even gonna speculate as to why.
My
but,
ex told me that was her favorite rapper. That's how I know.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty blonde white girl.
Dead ass, bro. White bitches love
That's
G-Eazy.
all it is.
I remember I was
That's
messing
all
with
it is,
I was
bro.
messing with this one girl one time, this Russian chick. You know who she is. She was like, I was playing like, I'm not even bullshitting, bro. I was trying to woo this bitch. I was like playing Jodeci and shit. She goes, hey, can you play some G-Eazy? I wanted to kick her out the fucking
you should have
car.
said it in a Czech Republican accent. Anyways,
Oh my. Whoa.
Just a knife.
I feel like there's a lot of gimmicky. Not gimmicky. There's just a lot of like artists out here that come up really quick, and then it's almost like I don't even see your. Like,
I mean, I see the appeal with G-Eazy. I see the appeal.
I don't
It's just
see
not for
it.
me.
I don't see it. And
We
then,
don't see the appeal because we're not the demo.
And then it's like I like them to fade away. Like I like for them to bring me something that my favorite artists like featured on or something, and then fade out.
There's another artist that my brother listens to all the time. You ever heard of an artist called Futuristic?
Yes.
I haven't.
He's weirdly like I listen to him enough because I'm with my brother all the time.
Yeah.
He plays him a lot. He has some good bars and stuff. I don't. His music is a lot going on.
His name is Futuristic.
Yeah.
You know where he's from?
Nope. I have no idea about him. But I thought he was white at first
Yeah.
because he kind of has that like. He's like a anthem.
Sound.
He makes like songs that are like anthems, but he sounds like Hobson.
Yeah.
But he's like,
Actually,
but he's
first-
like, he's like a kid version of Hobson.
Yeah.
But I thought he was white when I first. And he's like, but then he said the N word on a couple of songs. I was like, this is not white, bro. I was like, there's no way.
Unless he's fucking brave as shit.
I first
No.
heard him when because I like listening to Dizzy Wright here and there. So I first
Okay.
heard him. I think they had a.
You say
feature-
Dizzy, right?
He has a couple of cool records. I wouldn't go out my way to listen to him unless my brother was playing for
He's
him.
got a couple of cool raps.
cool raps,
Bunch of hot raps.
But like that's another person that like my brother's heard of, a rapper that seems like he's got a bunch of songs.
Your
together.
brother fucked me up when I found out like he was a big Fat Trail fan.
My brother is an old school rap fan.
Tyler loves Fat Trail. I was like, what?
My brother
That
plays
sounds
nothing
nice,
but
though.
like Tupac in the car.
He'll play,
Besides
like,
Futuristic,
he'll play
he
a
plays,
lot of shit.
he
that
plays
you don't expect
Tupac.
him
He
to.
plays a bunch of. He's an old school hip hop head.
Which is weird because
Him
he's
and
like, he's
Officer
like,
Brainwave
he's like
get
4
along.
years younger than us.
Oh, yeah, he's only 21.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
You know one thing I don't like when artists get their name off of dissing another artist, especially a big one
Like who?
Like Hobson.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Hobson, like who is this new guy? Joyner Lucas. Nah,
What do you mean? What did Joyner do?
Joyner.
The Logic shit?
Well, he did the Logic thing,
The
but
Lil
he's
Pump
also done. Yeah, he's
That
still
wasn't a diss.
doing it. He's still. It's not. They're not direct disses. I don't like when people diss a sound to try to say why they should be
Oh, I see what
I
you're
get
saying.
it. No, I get that.
like.
I get that.
Yeah,
I don't
all
like
right,
that
I get
either.
what
I,
Like,
you're saying.
yeah,
don't
it's
like
just
that
like,
either.
Yeah.
Why are you? And a lot of these disses are.
Pick me, niggas.
Yeah.
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 That's about, yeah, no, I get
It
it.
really is.
Yeah.
It's the same people who I stopped listening to people who say, "Oh, hip hop is dead," or "Thank you, I'm bringing hip hop back." No, you're not. It was not dead. It's the number one genre.
Well, it's also
right
just
now.
a,
Like,
it's just
like,
an easy shot,
Yeah.
and that's why it's like, bro, you're picking the easy road.
Niggas who basically bitching at that.
We
like,
get it,
Because
like-
just the other day, IQ, he
Yeah.
you know, he's like doing the shit with like Jaden and all that stuff, and like so, but you
Shout
know,
out to him.
he still talks to us. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every single day. So we were talking the other day, and he was like telling us about like, you know, because ever since the Genius video came out, you know, people have been hitting him up like nonstop. So what he does now is he'll post up beats that he made, and then he'll be like, "Who do you think sounds good on this?" And then like 40 people will be like, you know, so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so. So he was telling us, he was like, "Yo, one of y'all need to get this one nigga," because he played this beat and he was like, "Yo, so who do you think needs, you know, would sound good on it, Gold Link or Wale?" And one random nigga comes out the cut talking about, "How about unknown artist?" So me and my boy Jared were like, "Nigga, get your fucking bring the power back to the people neck ass. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fucking make that shit happen for yourself. Stop bitching, nigga."
right.
How about
hate that shit.
unknown artists? You can't, unknown artists can't afford the IQ beat anymore.
Fuck no.
I know that price tag went up after that Genius video.
Nigga, hell yeah.
IQ be dumb
But
not to put
when
that
you're
price up.
not the brag,
But when you're his boy.
like, you know,
But when you're in his team,
when you're in his team,
you still get the same price.
he still might text me. But the cool thing is, he sent me so many beats that still sound good. In today's
his beats are
time,
timeless, yo.
where like I could be like, yo, can I like
Salute
you
to
gave me
IQ.
this beat? Can I use it? He'll be like, yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck. Go for it.
Salute
That
to
sounds
IQ.
quite convenient.
I hate you so much.
So
So you take the easy route, man. You join the Lucas of these puns.
but actually, like J. Cole,
I hate
J. Cole
him.
was going downhill to me. I liked Born
J.
Center.
Cole?
I loved Born Center, right?
That was not a Chris transition. You randomly jumped to J. Cole. Did we
No,
talk
Let
no,
him
we
rock,
were talking
Nick.
about
Let him
we were
rock.
talking about
Fuck
artists.
that guy.
Hold on. I'm about to
Yeah,
bring it
fuck
full
him.
circle.
All right, bet, go ahead.
Just sit
Shut
back
up,
and
white
enjoy
man.
I'm gonna
this
let you
ride.
rock. I'm gonna turn my mic off.
But I loved Born Center, and in that same year, he gave us the.
Oh wait, we talked
Forest
about
Hill.
this. You
I
said
didn't like
what you
Born
say about
Center.
what you used to say about Born Center?
No, I liked it.
No, I
loved it.
remember there was something you used to say about because we had this argument.
I didn't like it.
You would say something about Born Center, and it would make me so fucking mad.
No, I said it about Forest Hill. Forest Hill sounds like.
No. It was like it was you said something about Born Center. You were like you liked it, and you said
While you think about that, what did you say about Forest Hills?
Forest Hill sounds like Born Center, just all J. Cole, like no outside influence.
I'm trying to remember
That
what
wasn't
you
it?
said about Born Center, bro.
I think I think, and I still hold the sentiment. I'm trying to remember like word for word what I would say. But basically how I feel about J. Cole is that he's average. And he's been average
Uh-oh.
for a while.
It's normal as
And
fuck.
No,
look,
it's
when
bothering me
I
'cause
don't
he said
it's-
something.
he's like a Russ to me, except he's not entitled, right? He doesn't appear entitled. But Russ
I can see why you say
feels
that.
like if you produce have no
He's Russ with a
features
good attitude.
and rap on all of the things, you become boring. Like there's nothing to make you change. You're
I don't
like,
think
this
that's
is
what
it.
makes him
This is my
boring.
style.
I had it and I lost
This
it.
is-
It's bothering me. What
I-
did he say about it?
I don't
man?
think that's what makes J. Cole boring.
No, I mean,
I think
hold on.
we talked about this.
I'm about to bring it all the way back.
Okay, go ahead.
All the way
No, I'm
around.
gonna let you go.
So then he did the For Your Eyes Only, but that was like another surprise album, right? You know why it
still
wasn't a
was
surprise though? What was his announcement?
I don't remember.
Fucking Kanye lost it. I miss my old Kanye. So that brought his
right.
name back into every conversation, and then he said, "For Your Eyes Only" is coming. So I don't like when artists do that. First of all, Kanye hasn't lost it. He's transitioned.
Oh, you don't
as
like when they
if
try to
every,
you don't like when they try to
when they
capitalize off. Okay,
you're
I feel
capitalizing
that.
off of another guy. That's why I like
Yeah.
that Drake only does subliminals. Like he doesn't say a name.
Yep.
Because Drake is not going to capitalize, and he's not even going to bring you the clout. He's only going to allow the fans to make the connection, and if they make that connection, they already listen to you anyways. So when J. Cole did it, purposely name dropping a whole song about how he's lost his like fallen idols or whatever the fuck it was
I
called.
don't know, dog. I don't think J. Cole did that to capitalize. I think that's just really how you felt.
Yes, it was genuine.
Still did it.
But he still did it.
Yeah, but I mean,
he could have used.
Yeah, but the
he
thing
coulda
is,
used.
I hear you, but I think the thing you have to take into account is like, you know, to get real hip hop with it. You know, he's like from that era of niggas where like you gonna say his name. He's from that era. You feel me?
I mean, so is Drake.
Yeah, but I mean,
So is Wale.
I'm hip.
So
but
is Kendrick.
I'm
But
hip,
Drake's been changing the
yeah,
game.
but Drake's not thinking the same way J. Cole is. J. Cole, like, you know, Drake's not.
Drake doesn't have
How
to.
can I put this? Drake's a lot more calculating with it. J. Cole's kind of, I think he's still kind of old school
Raw
with it.
emotion
You know what I mean?
kinda
Like,
thing.
so when he dropped that No Idol shit, I don't think he was trying to. I think that's really how he felt.
I think that it gave a huge rating boost to him just in time to drop his surprise
Yeah, but I don't think he was
album,
looking for that.
which
though.
was really boring.
If it was
it was
somebody
really
else,
boring.
if it was somebody else, I'd see where you're coming from. But with J. Cole, I think he's more genuine in that.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't genuine. I just didn't like the move. I didn't like it at all. And plus, you're an artist. You understand how it is that you need to change. I just had this argument on
Yeah,
Facebook.
but why
and-
change it if the formula he's doing is working?
No. Not J. Cole needs to change. I'm not saying he needs. His fans like what he's doing. Fuck it. But Kanye has changed. He has evolved as I believe all artists should. If you're still giving me 2009 Kanye, you're going to fade out like 2009 faded out. You can't keep giving us the same sound. That's what the critique about Drake was. They were like, oh, he's always giving us stripper things, but he has 40 on his team. 40 doesn't allow that shit to get dull. It doesn't drown out you. And then Drake features a lot. J. Cole doesn't feature Kanye features a lot. He changes the entire sound that he's going with. So, like to say, oh, I miss old Kanye, and he was trashing. Well, not trashing Kanye. He was genuine about it, but it was just like, Kanye, you ain't Kanye no more. You know, you told us about the hoes, and then you go and marry one, pretty much, basically. And I'm like, I mean, you don't change.
I
J.
totally
Cole?
forgot he said that.
You don't change. So it's like,
I mean, again, like, do you think he needs to though? Because I mean, think about it. His formula's still working.
It's
like,
working.
For Your Eyes only went like what, triple platinum?
but he was hitting Kanye because Kanye was changing as an artist, like as he should do.
I don't think he was. I don't know, dude. I don't think he. I don't want to say
He
he
fell
did
out
it.
of love with Kanye because of where he's at now.
Well, no, I think he just didn't like.
There's a better way to put all this.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
feel like I hear what you're saying. I think that maybe he just didn't. Fuck, now I'm losing my point.
I feel like you halfway agree.
Help me out here, bro.
Yeah, it's like you halfway agree, but at the same time, it's like, why would J. Cole feel any different? And I think
Okay, so I think that what I'm trying to say is,
yeah, go ahead.
because I kind of feel his sentiment a little bit too. After graduation, obviously Kanye like switched it up, and I'm pretty sure J. Cole's probably like one of the people who like Twisted Fantasy. Maybe he didn't like how Kanye did like a 180 after Twisted Fantasy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people weren't a fan. A lot of people weren't fucking with it. A lot of people were turned off after that. I know I was for a minute. So maybe that's where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I don't. And I kind of see both. Like,
Because I get what you're saying. I totally
Yeah,
get it.
I see Bogan's point, but I also see Cole's point.
If J. Cole's formula is to be genuine about it all, Kanye has never not been Kanye.
He's never not.
Every sound, every project has been Kanye. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
maybe you couldn't see the 180 coming from Dark Twisted Fantasy to Yeezus. But Yeezus was no less Kanye than Dark Twisted Fantasy.
He didn't compromise.
Yeah,
or
he
nothing
didn't.
Like that.
He's
It was
never
still
compromised.
Kanye. It may not have been the Kanye you wanted, but it was still Kanye.
It was still
I
Kanye.
think Bogans is coming from like the point of view of like a fan. It's like, you know, let's Cole switched it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
but
I
at the same time, Cole is he sees his formula, he sees it's working, and he sees the money from it. Why change?
I guess what I'm trying to say
And you
is
think
like,
the same for Kanye?
well, no, because I mean, like, think about it. When Kanye first came out, he's always been Kanye. He's
Yeah.
always been Kanye. But I think like his content changed the bigger he got. Because I mean, before it was like more so about like. He was more like about the people, you know, the first 3 albums and shit like that. You know, it wasn't like you weren't hearing a lot of like you weren't hearing bleached asshole raps in like his first 3 albums. Now you hearing of like all this different shit, more fashion shit. He's got a bit of a guy complex now and shit like that. He always has, but it's like I think it's amplified as like the years have gone, and maybe that's where he's coming from.
Kanye birthed the introspective rap style outside of gangster rap. Like when he did Jesus Walks. And that whole everything off
You
that
think he
album.
birthed it though? Because I think there was like
there was a few smaller that like didn't gain the wave.
He brought it to the forefront.
Yeah, he brought it to the forefront. Right. So he has always rapped about his life at that point. Every album is like that.
Very true.
So even when we see My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, he was going through some shit. Like, and that's why
Yeezus, he was going through some
got
shit.
all that. When you heard Yeezus, he was going through all the
808s.
Nike
I think
shit. And
his,
he was
808s.
like,
I think his mom had just died when 808s dropped. Yeah.
And so, like, he in every album, he's only rapped about what Kanye West is going.
It's currently going through at that
right
album.
there.
Yeezus, he was mad as shit.
He was
the fashion
super
game
mad,
and all that shit.
Yeezus was him trying to say to everybody, "I can do whatever the fuck I want and still make it good." And some people didn't like Yeezus. I didn't like Yeezus initially. I thought it was very harsh.
I gotta go back and listen to it.
And then I listened to it. Has the greatest. The New Slaves verse is the greatest Kanye verse he has ever laid down.
I will say this, because obviously y'all know that I like wrestling. I bought the new WWE 2K18 game, and I think The Rock is like the executive producer for it of the soundtrack.
Oh, really?
And,
What?
Yeah, he's the Diddy was the executive producer of last year's game. The Rock is the executive producer of this one's, right? Black Skinhead.
Yeah.
I love that.
Which
song.
one? I always get Black Skinhead and New Slaves mixed up. Black Skinhead is I have a new appreciation for that song.
I love that song.
Bro, here's the thing. Like, and maybe I was just maybe I was hating on the album so hard. Ye's actually rapping on that shit, bro. He's for
Bruh,
real rapping,
he's
bro.
rapping.
He's saying some shit, and I was like, damn, bro. Like I really just,
Let's get it
I was so
back,
clouded
cheese
with how much
on.
I hated the
Black
album.
cheese.
It's a good fucking song. Like
Yeah.
holy fuck.
And
It's
Kanye's
3 in the
all-
morning, and I'm zoning. It's
Yeah,
300.
Yeah. He's
I
going the
like
fuck
that
in.
you said like he's always had a God complex because
Yeah.
he's always. Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle even said like
Yeah.
he brought Kanye before anybody knew Kanye. He was like letting the platform of the
I
show
love
bring
that
him in,
story.
and I forgot exactly how it went, but he was like, "Nah, I'm Kanye West," and
He
Dave
said
is
no.
kind of.
He said something like he's like, nah, I'm watching Dave Chappelle's show
Chappelle's
before it comes out
Yeah.
because I'm a dope dude and I do dope shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's,
So-
Jamie Foxx, I think it was Jamie Foxx, told a story about how like slow jams like happened. So I guess
yeah,
like,
I love that
so
story.
Jamie Foxx, and I guess people don't know this, but like Jamie Foxx used to put like he would bring like artists coming up to his house, and he would have them perform. Right, like Ed Sheeran used to live with Jamie Foxx. Like when he was coming up, Ed Sheeran used to like sleep on his couch.
Yeah.
So he said one time he was having one of these shows, and Kanye shows up, and this is right before College Dropout, and you know Kanye was like kind of quiet, and Tim he was like, yeah man, you know like I actually got like a beat for you. And he was like, you got a beat for me? He's like, yeah. You know, he plays in the slow jam beat. And he said that Jamie Foxx said that he was like, just like singing what the hook, but like really going in. And he said, Ye was just like, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. So he was like, I always saw like that fucking shit in him. Like I knew he was like that.
Yeah.
That shit it just made me laugh, that story that he
I
told.
mean, T-Pain told a story about how he.
Oh,
got
when he
shitted
clowned him.
on.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Ye always shits on
When
T-Pain
they were
in the
doing, did you hear
studio.
that story?
Nah.
It was like when they were doing Twisted Fantasy, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't remember I seen this a couple years ago. T-Pain came up with he was in the studio for one of the sessions, and he came up with like a concept for a song or a hook or something.
Yeah.
And Ye didn't like it. He could have just been like, "Nah, I'm not with it." Right?
Right.
Kanye came up with he just started singing this song, got everyone to join in, basically saying how
shitting on
T-Pain
Jesus.
right in front
Right
of him.
there.
Right.
T-Pain told the story. He was like, "Yeah, he's like, I'd send like Kim a birthday gift, but probably not Ye."
Oh my god.
'Cause he just shitted on him. But Kanye's always been Kanye.
Yo, T-Pain needs a podcast.
It,
I saw one Everyday Struggle. That shit was. He was
T-Pain's
hilarious.
funny as shit.
T-Pain's
He is, bro.
hilarious.
That
bro.
nigga funny, bro.
He is hilarious.
T-Pain's Everyday Struggle. That shit was hilarious. He did another interview. He was hilarious, and then he did like this commercial where he was like a product tester.
He is the father.
He's
of
just
the
laying
autotune
on a
shit.
bed.
He's the
yeah.
dad. He's the father of
Oh,
the
yeah.
autotune shit.
If you want to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
influences, he was influenced for a very long
Oh,
time.
God.
You know what
Still
makes it so
is.
crazy is T-Pain's only like 30 years old.
Yeah.
He was like 16 when when I'm Sprung came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so he's still at the age of like a young nigga. You know what I mean?
I mean,
His last album wasn't bad
Drake's,
either.
30.
You said what?
His last album wasn't bad either.
When
Oblivion.
was his last? See, I haven't tuned
came out
into
like 2
T-Pain
months ago.
for a
I
long
heard
time.
the last T-Pain thing that like I actually like downloaded. Not to say that like I don't fuck with him. I just like don't really pay attention. Is the mixtape he did with DJ Drama?
Yeah,
that shit was good.
That's what I.
Yeah.
listened
That
to.
shit was
That
good.
the last
Oh my
thing.
god,
Yeah,
and that was
I-
the one that IQ was like, "Yo, you need to hear this. Like this shit is
Yeah.
hard."
The last album was nothing special, but it wasn't bad.
Mm.
Yeah, if you want to go enjoy something for an hour,
Yeah.
go listen to that. Real quick, did y'all see Uzi and Drama beefing now?
I think they sort of
I
been
saw
beefing for real.
an Uzi like slide at drama.
So I have the tweet here actually.
He basically said, "Don't sign it." He's like, "If you,
Yeah.
if you come
He
in,
said
don't
if y'all
sign
do
no
sign,
rappers, no
sign to a
DJs."
major. Don't sign to a rapper or DJ. It's just easier when the time comes for the fuck shit. And DJ Drama quoted it and said, "Let's state the facts and see who really on some fuck shit." I don't know the whole story, but I kind of want to hear the whole story.
I do too.
Me too.
This ain't the first time
I'm
that I've heard
curious.
like Drama be like, you know, his character come into question. This ain't the first
Yeah.
I
time.
low-key thought it was always better to sign to like a creative artist person because they would understand you more.
It depends, bro. It depends.
The only bad thing I've heard about that is like the OVO sweatshop. But other than that,
I've heard.
Let's put it this way: some artists like who, I mean, if I had the choice to sign to, like if Pharrell was like, "I want to sign you," yeah,
oh
Well,
yeah,
let's
I
look
Am
at-
Mother,
let's
the
look
I
at
Am Mother
Wayne.
bag.
yeah.
Let's look at
Oh,
Wayne.
yeah.
What happened to him when he signed? And then
Well, that
I
was
think
like a
I think
father
it gets
son
mixed
shit.
up. I think it gets mixed up because it's like
That's deeper
a
rooted,
record
though.
label, a minor label, and then another label. Like you realize the money has to trickle down. Like the time has to trickle down. You don't get everything that you would get if you
Well, that's why
just
Pusha
signed
said it. What he says, he's like, "You signed to another motherfucker."
Yeah.
You signed to another motherfucker. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're not
So
gonna get
it's
no
just
money.
like
Yeah, I mean,
It's a sticky
I think
situation.
the Wayne Birdman thing's a little deeper rooted than him just signing to an artist like that.
Because Wayne was signed to him like before the shit popped off.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And also, they were like they're like father and son.
yeah.
So it's like, but it's like, you know, if there's a one random artist and they sign to another random artist.
Well, I don't hear Ray
I always
Sherman
thought that was better.
under problems. They seem to be doing real well.
That is true.
Who
They're
they-
signed to Mike Will.
They're signed to
They're
Mike
signed to
Will.
Mike Will. Eardrummers.
Yep. And
That's
they
also
seem
pretty
to
new.
be doing
No.
pretty new. They're
Not,
about to
not,
release
not
their
a
third
new,
album.
but like
It's about 6
we
years.
haven't. I'm not saying new as in like it's recent. I'm saying new as in like they haven't. Oh, I guess Uzi and Drama's kind of not newer than that.
Nah. Uzi and Drama been together for a minute too.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, Drama's from Philly, and so is Uzi. So that's how that kind of became a
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe it is worse. I always just thought it was kind of. I always personally, I guess, thought it would be better. Like
I think Uzi's just to the point where he's outshining his DJ, like who he's signed to, and so he's starting to get a little frustrated, like feeling like
Yeah.
he should have more stardom.
That's exactly
like
what it is.
more power
That's
and
exactly.
stuff.
More
who
money,
Drama
too.
feels that way.
No, I
No,
think
Uzi.
Uzi feels that way, and
That's
he's,
exactly what
he's
it is.
firing at Drama.
Because on top of that,
Oh.
Uzi is also complaining that like he can't put out music when he wants to.
He wants to. He doesn't have the
Oh,
freedom.
that's crazy.
But I'm like, you signed.
Yeah.
And everybody knows when you sign, usually the deal does not come with the complete freedom.
Uzi did kind of admit that though too. He said it's just easier when the time comes for the fuck shit or the fake shit because you would expect it from the label. I
But
guess.
you know, at the time,
But with an
is
artist, you
his
kind of
stardom.
expect what I kind of said, which was like, I feel like it'd be easier because the artist kind of gets you, but at the same time, the artist knows what you want and knows how to not give it to you.
Yeah. So I think that's what that is. Because like Ray Sherman, maybe the reason why they're not voicing any frustrations because Mike Will is huge and Ray Sherman.
And they seem to be doing fine, bro.
Yeah,
because,
but I mean, you know what I like about Ray Sherman and like Yachty and all of them? They're always happy. They are always happy.
well,
bro. They're
Yachty's
always,
also
like, living.
Yachty's also shared some frustrations with his like situation
They-
too, though. For
yeah,
for-
they have.
Well,
Does
more
it?
so his album. More so his album.
Yeah.
Never mind. That.
I don't think he's shared
didn't like
frustrations
that
with
album.
like contractual shit and all of that. But they're happy people. Like when I see Ray Sherman, I watch their interviews, bro. It's not like a dull. They are living life. They're really living life.
If I was Sway Lee, I'd definitely be living life. This nigga wrote Formation.
Yeah.
He wrote Formation. Like,
Good shit. I really don't have anything else. I mean, anything I have right now is like kind of like big conversations. Did y'all want to talk about H&M real quick?
oh yeah, let's.
Okay,
Oh yeah, let's
okay,
talk about
let me
that.
get on
let's
that
let's
one.
finish with that because I actually low key got to take a
Alright, bet.
dump. But let's talk about that.
Okay, so I'll just introduce the topic. You know, and go off. H&M, if you don't know, if you live under a rock, put out a picture of a young black boy wearing a green sweatshirt that said "Coolest monkey in the jungle."
Mm-hmm.
I think I showed you the photo when I first saw
You
it,
showed it to me. We were at Paulie's.
and that just blew my mind.
I was shocked.
I was like, "How?"
I was shocked.
Because it's not the first time that an advertising agency, whoever it is,
Not
puts
the
out some
second,
wild shit.
not the third.
It's not the third, not the fourth, it's not the eighth.
It's not new.
It's not new at all.
by far.
I just don't understand how when you and me sit in a room and maybe we'll make a whack record and that shit does never leave the room. But when a crazy outlandish fucking looking
Stellar
advertisement
Party.
campaign goes out, no one seems to be saying a word. So
Okay.
I'll let y'all go
I don't
on,
understand how it
because
got
I don't
cleared.
understand.
So here's how I feel about it. When you showed me that, I was definitely shocked.
Wow.
But, and y'all can get mad at me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Because I seen like a white kid was wearing a hoodie similar to that. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay. So this is like this is like a jungle themed line. You feel me?
Yeah.
Here's how I feel about it, and this is my guy's opinion. Again, I don't give a fuck if niggas get mad at what I say. I don't think H&M is racist. I think they just dead ass were clueless.
Oh,
I think
no,
they,
I don't think
they
they're
just
racist
don't
either.
know their demographic. I think they just dead ass didn't know.
I think I
Which
agree.
it's not. Which doesn't make it okay.
No, I
don't
agree
make it
with-
okay.
I
I'm looking
agree
at
with you.
Bogans' face. Bogans,
Yeah.
I know you.
I'm waiting for y'all.
No,
But me
I-
personally, I don't think they were racist. I think they were just completely fucking clueless.
I agree with Khan, but I think it's a worse problem the fact that they're clueless.
It's still bad. It's still bad that
I
they
think
don't know.
It's one thing to put out a we are trying to be racist campaign.
Yeah.
It's one thing. It's another thing to be like, we had no idea that was racist.
I think they're just completely.
Come
ignorant to
on.
it, Yeah.
So, I want to know, in a company, you have a check and balance system. Like,
Or do they?
you have to, or you would they
Right.
not have gotten to the global power that they have, that they are,
Right.
without that kind of system in place. Somebody has to check over somebody's work who
Right.
checks over another person's work. That is a big ad campaign. It's not some small thing that one store
It's
did. and put up.
H&M.
It's H&M, and it was
Con
huge.
buys his pants from there.
So
I really do. I'm not even gonna bullshit. They got some. I like.
I
their
shop
pants.
there. I'm still
These
going to
ain't from
continue to
H&M.
shop there.
I don't remember when
Wait,
I
you said what?
last time I
I'm
went.
still going to continue to shop
Yeah, I'm
there.
still gonna get my pants from
Because
them.
I don't
Yeah.
believe that it was a racially charged
I don't think so
image.
either.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think
But-
we're all in agreement.
But how was that cleared? Like, how did you
That's
honestly
right.
look at that
Yeah.
shit and say, oh, this is not going to spark
This
any
is
kind
great.
of backlash. This is perfect. And people are defending it by saying, oh, but if it was on a white kid, somebody sent me a picture. It has this white kid in an orange hoodie, and it says, coolest cracker in their box, and it's Ritz.
I'm pretty
Now,
sure
how the
that's
fuck
fake.
do you feel? Like that?
I'm pretty
like,
sure that's
oh,
fake.
ha ha ha. Yeah, it is fake.
Okay.
But, like,
All right, I just want to make sure.
I'm sorry.
I want to make
It's
sure
the
we
way
get that
you
out
said
there.
it.
Right, but it's just,
I want that sweatshirt.
like, honestly,
No, dead ass.
if you switch those, if you
Ritz, send me that H&M. Ritz
my
and H&M
mom,
collab.
my mom has never called me a monkey. I've never been called a monkey until it was because somebody didn't like something I was doing, and then you call me a monkey. It's a slur, right? Yeah. If it's not a well-known slur, that doesn't mean it's not a slur. So don't defend it by saying, "Oh, well, people get called." I mean, like,
Yeah, no.
kids
they
get
say
called
that?
monkeys all the time.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
H&M didn't say that.
H&M didn't say
H&M
that.
did
But
a
I've seen,
complete
I've seen
backpedal.
people.
I thought
put that
H&M
defense.
said
they're
that. I was like,
defending it.
yo, you're
Nah.
breaking news to me.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
So, like, people, that's how people are defending it. Oh, kids get called monkeys all the time.
Nah.
You know, monkeys jumping on the bed.
Nah.
No, the shit is not. It's not okay. Don't defend
That's why,
it.
like, although, like, I don't think they're racist, I can't sit here and tell, like, people who are offended, like, yeah, get over. I can't
Yeah.
tell them that
No,
because
yeah,
I get
nah.
it.
And
I
then
totally get it.
They're like, oh,
Well,
well,
also, you add the accent of jungle,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is like, in my head, that kind of adds to the fucking sharpness of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
like,
totally
whoa.
get it.
Like, monkey in the jungle. Like,
It's like
Jesus
it's like
Christ.
it's like when I mean I guess usually it's like when like you bring your white friend around like all your like black friends and he just says nigga. It don't
And
bother
then-
me,
but,
but if they get mad, that's on you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and you kind of you tell them like,
Yeah.
you know, you on your own. If
You
that
feel me?
shit
Yeah.
bothers
I
you,
don't
'cause-
care, but you might
Yeah,
want to be
you-
careful what
but
you say
you're
around
on
there.
your
You feel
own.
me? I'm okay with it, but they might not
Yeah.
be.
And like
And
it's
that's
just
why I don't say it.
it's just completely not. I don't care. Like they were like, oh well, the mom signed off on it and they got paid for it. So if they didn't have a problem with it, y'all shouldn't have a problem.
Nah.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of here,
nah,
bro.
man.
That
Well,
it is
you know,
a charge.
hold on. We all know why she doesn't have a problem with it.
You got
Well,
money.
Yeah.
You got fucking
On
You
top
got
of that,
paid.
but at the same time, she might have the same sentiment as us. She might not have saw it that way either. Well, actually, you know, what? Let me not even try to defend that. She probably
It
Yeah.
don't matter. She
Never
saw
mind.
a paycheck.
Erase
She
everything I
doesn't
just
matter.
fucking said.
No,
Never
she
mind.
saw
She
a
saw a
paycheck.
check. Erase that.
Her opinion's irrelevant.
Yeah,
One of
never
the
mind.
things that I don't like is that just because you're ignorant to the slur or to whatever the event is doesn't mean you should rush to the defense of the other side.
Yeah.
No, if you've never heard the term monkey as a slur or porch monkey is actually what it was,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what it was.
they just shortened the shit.
Right.
If you've never heard that as a slur, don't go defend it by saying, "Oh, guys, it's not that bad." No, it's
You feel
fucking
me?
terrible.
Just because you didn't know about
just
it.
because you didn't know. It's just like people are like, "I don't see color." Well, nigga, I do.
Yeah.
Like I am.
Right.
I feel that. So like, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And
You're
just
not allowed to
because-
choose
Yeah.
who's offended.
Yep. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
You can't tell somebody
I
how
don't
they're
care
supposed
how
to
it's
react
fake.
when they.
Right.
Yeah, you can't tell somebody how they're supposed to react.
Now, there is an image floating around. I don't know if y'all seen it of trashed H&M stores
Oh, I saw that
in
in South
Africa
I saw that.
and some around the U.S.
Yeesh.
Oh, really?
People rioted and
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, I saw the
Oh,
South
Lord.
Africa one.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
They fucked
Lord.
that store
I
up,
didn't see
bro.
that.
They tore
Why?
that. They tore
Like,
that
it-
shit
What do you mean,
up.
why? You said why?
why? Like, I understand. I don't get the sentiment. I know why
know
they
why.
did it, but I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like,
I-
why
that's
are
a-
you
I thought it was
trashing?
OD.
Really?
I thought
Like
that was
you're
OD.
trashing that?
Nah,
They
people
did a
just get
full
mad.
statement, peeling back. Like they completely apologized. I do think it was an accident. I think it
so,
was an
too.
accident
I
that
think
should
it
have
was an
been
accident.
cleared.
Yeah. I think it was a stupid fucking
Yeah,
accident.
I
It was
wouldn't
an
say accident. I think it was a mistake.
Yeah.
I think it was a
But
stupid
to
mistake.
tear up the stores, that's so deep,
Yeah.
bro.
You
You could
Look,
just don't shop there.
There's people like us who understand the reason. There's people like us who get mad and tweet, and then there's people like that who
and
just see something and get super angry and
then
go
just-
to the nearest H&M.
And some people
then
are just
blow it
jumping
up.
on the boat just to
Yep.
jump on the boat.
I saw
too.
a video of like people they bought from H&M, which makes this even like just I was like, y'all are idiots. They bought from H&M and then they hopped out the store acting like monkeys, and I'm like, okay,
Wow.
So you supported their brand and then you look like a dumbass. Like you didn't do anything. You didn't.
Wow.
I don't think people. I mean, everything's off of impulse right now. When I first saw it, I was laughing. I honestly laughed. Like how in the
I
world?
was shocked. I was like,
I was
wow.
shocked
I
laughing.
said, how in the world can you clear this? And I
Yeah.
saw it because
And that's why I was
the
laughing.
Weeknd said it.
I was
and all
laughing because it was like, you notice went through at least 10 people.
Yeah.
That like look at this smart. Like,
And the kid who's wearing the hoodie, he ain't like my complexion, bro.
No.
He's
Oh,
pretty
nah.
dark skinned.
He is.
So that's what made it
Yeah.
even more shocking.
yeah. And it's just like I just like anytime I picture like a meeting of that capacity, like an H&M or the most recent one before this was like Dove did something
Yeah.
similar. I just picture that like the classic like meeting room where it's just a bunch of people like in like business casual. They're kind of all sitting around that big ass table and they're making the decision. And you see that little like overhead or where the screen projector and they're showing that image. And I just look at them all like looking like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're with it.
It's
like,
an ad
how?
campaign. It's not a single thing. There was a line. There's a whole campaign driven when ads come out like this.
Right.
So
It's just
it amazed. That's why I was laughing.
It's a
but
really
it was almost
fucked
like
up
that,
situation.
that like
what is the
suppressive
word
anger.
for that? It's not ignorance. It's like incompetence, I guess, or just
I guess
being
negligence and competence.
out of
Negligence
touch.
is definitely negligence.
Out of touch. These companies gotta pay attention, dog.
Yeah.
You know,
That's exactly what I think.
You know
I
what
think
these companies
they just
gotta
don't
do?
pay attention.
They gotta hire people that are less than
Because
fucking
you know how many people
35
shop
years
at it.
old.
You know how many black people shop at
Yeah.
H&M.
I love H&M stuff. Like,
yeah.
Again, I like their pants.
Yeah.
I like their pants. I won't buy their shirts, but I like the way they fit.
See,
You know
I
what you gotta do? You just gotta what you gotta do is all these big companies gotta hire the kids that are coming fresh out of college, make them all interns, and then when it comes to their marketing campaigns, show it to them and see what they do.
Yeah.
Because that's the social media era.
Yeah.
Like kids our age, like they need to hire interns like that because what's gonna happen is they're gonna look at it the exact same way. Like let's say H&M hired us, and they go, "All right, this is our new marketing campaign." That little boy pops up, right? Like we haven't put this out yet. Like you better not put that out.
Yeah.
Like
you kind of look
better-
around the table like, is this a joke? Like,
And I was like, you're putting this out?
yeah.
When?
That's why I was
'Cause
like,
we
there
need to pull
was
this.
nobody in the room that was like, y'all.
That's
y'all
what I'm
for real?
saying. There was
Yeah.
nobody, and that's just me just thinking that the brand's out of touch. And it's the same way with Dove. It's somebody else did something recently too. Bruh, y'all just gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta
can't
y'all
do
gotta
it.
think about what's gonna happen when you
Yeah.
put this shit out, man. Because they're just not thinking about it. They're not. It's just so crazy to me.
Yeah, but
It's
again,
so
I don't
crazy.
think they were being racist.
I don't think it's racism at all. I think
they
it's
just made a
just-
dumbass mistake.
I
They
just
weren't
think
paying
you're
attention.
yeah, you just think you're being dumb.
I don't think it's a. I don't think the correct action is to dismiss it as like, it's probably harmless. No, you gotta let
It's
them
still-
know.
it's- yeah, it's still
that
a
the
serious
shit's-
situation.
The shit is
Harmless
is
isn't
not-
the word. Mean is. It's not mean. It's not on purpose. It's.
No, I'm saying we gotta let them know that it's
No,
not
I'm-
okay.
but
Like,
I'm
they should,
no. They definitely need to know that that's
Yeah.
not okay.
Yeah.
But people need to know that that was not mean.
yeah,
like,
I don't think
It
that was
wasn't
their
intentional.
intention.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
but I think some people still think it was.
Yeah, and it could have been, which is also makes my point where they gotta know that we see it.
That's the
if
thing.
we
The
did
reason
see it,
why
like, repeal that.
One
Get rid
reason
of
why
it.
brand
I don't
thing.
think it was intentional because it's just like there's no way you could like put that like you can't be that bold. Like I don't think
Yeah.
a clothing brand would be that bold with the racism. You
Right.
feel me? Like that is why if they were just like if they knew and they said fuck it, wow.
But there's a lot
Right.
of subliminal racism, and
Yeah.
we talk about it like the award shows.
yeah, but I didn't.
Out of
The
touch.
thing was
No,
I
out of
didn't
touch
pick
just
up
means
that
they
vibe.
don't-
I just didn't pick
Yeah,
that up.
well, yeah. I mean, we could all see it. I don't think anybody saw it and says, "This is extremely racist. H&M hates black people."
Yeah.
No, we saw it and we were like, "How insensitive are you?"
Now when
Like-
what's his name? I think it was Tommy Hilfiger. When Tommy Hilfiger was like, I don't want niggas wearing my shit.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
I don't think this is that.
Right.
And
Even
yeah,
though-
so-
Which is
but-
weird because niggas will still wear Tommy Hilfiger.
Yep.
Yeah, because I pulled out of the thrift.
Which is wild.
Mhm.
I
But
see so many thrift people.
I
putting
also-
on Tommy's shit.
while I don't think it's a good idea that to ignore it or let it go away without, like, what I keep telling people is, no, I don't think it was that big of a deal, but it was still a deal. And,
it was definitely a deal.
And I don't think you should act on the opposite end of the spectrum by saying, let's trash the fucking stores.
I don't understand
down
that.
too
with
much.
H&M, burn
It's too
it.
much, yeah.
I understand
That's
if
OD.
you even do a boycott. If you're with the boycott, go ahead. People
Yeah,
boycott
is fine.
People
boycott's
boycotted
great.
NFL.
Do it.
You know,
Papa John's,
like, okay,
they
go
boycotted
ahead.
the fuck out of Papa John's.
Papa John. They even got
For like
rid
a
of the
week.
CEO.
For like a week.
They got rid of the CEO of Papa John's. So
That pizza was good the other day, though.
We had Papa John's and it was pretty good.
It was pretty
Look,
fucking good. I got pan pizza, though.
you
you got
boycott
pan
what
pizza.
you
That's
want
the
to
secret.
boycott. If you feel it deserved to boycott, go ahead.
But don't tear the store up.
Yeah, don't tell
tear
the
store
story.
up. You ain't gotta do all
like,
that.
come on, let's be civilized.
I really wanted to boycott the NFL. I just couldn't do it.
I didn't want to
I
boycott.
wanted to do it. No, I really did.
I will boycott the NFL.
I really did
if-
want to boycott. I wanted to boycott.
I wanted to ask you about that, but I was like, nah, bro.
You've been
Let that
boycotting
nigga
the
rock.
NFL for like 8 years.
Bro, I the day that like I feel, bro. Let's put it this way: I feel you because the day that like I hear like some shit about
Nah, man, I was hearing
WWE,
all about it. Yeah.
that's
That's
gonna
gonna
break my
hurt,
heart,
right?
That's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
break
gonna
my
hurt,
heart,
right?
Fuck, I gotta stop watching.
See,
Yeah, I tried.
I mean, I just looked at it rationally. I'm like, if it shows that Colin Kaepernick was purposely held from a job, which it does look like
Yeah,
that.
very much.
But they launched an official investigation. So if it shows that all the teams that colluded in it, you get no viewership from them. I don't think the Eagles play any kind of role in it. So I'm an Eagles fan. If the Eagles were one of the teams that met with Colin Kaepernick, was like, nah, this guy just isn't it, or was one of the teams that purposely bashed him or made the players stand, Eagles didn't do any of that. You were allowed to stand, you put your fist in the air, you were allowed to kneel, you could do anything. They didn't need a quarterback, so Colin Kaepernick can't have a job with the Eagles. It's not how that works.
I just hope him and Diddy end up owning the Panthers at some point because that'd be amazing.
I hope that happens.
Yo,
But he
if
needs
Kaepernick
people
ends
to
up
go in with him.
No, listen. If Kaepernick ends up owning an NFL team after all this,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That's an amazing
Yeah.
story.
I think
You go
it's fucked
from
up.
playing for the 49ers and being like an okay, like an above average quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Then you make you risk everything to make a huge stance. They blackball you. Then you turn around and own them.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, what an amazing story.
I do go at the owners that don't allow their players the freedom to do what they want.
Okay, so
Like
while y'all
making
talk
them
about
stand and
football,
all that
I'm gonna
shit.
go fucking take a
No,
shit.
we good.
We're pretty much
let's
done.
play
We're
the
pretty much done.
let's play the outro.
We're gonna play the outro. We're gonna play Stand Back.
Play some hip hop.
Yeah, this new one, this new record, it's hip hop, it's Confidence 703. He's not that lyrical, but he's hip hop, damn it. Play that.
We're gonna play. Do we have any sponsors?
We do not have sponsors. Right?
No sponsors this week. No one pays money. Shout out to y'all for not paying us no money.
But we
So-
still bring y'all that premium content
we do.
because we're for the people.
So we are going to play. Khan just put out a video. The beginning skit I played, that kid that said Khan a million times, it's from the video. But yeah, Khan just put out a video for Stand Back, and I'm going to play that now. As soon as I find it, I'm just going to keep talking until I find it, and there we go.
Hop up on my car, then I drop my roof, then I smoke that booth. That's just how I do. Then I park my car, then I for your bitch, then I make some hits. Bitch, I'm getting
I tell them, stand back, watch this, 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 stand back. Watch this, stand back, 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 watch this.
Walking through my front door from that late night. Swimming through the waters like a great white. Shawty in my lap, that's caught a face. Repairman, man, watch how I lay. Stay on top the game like I ain't coming down. These niggas ain't athletes, but they run they mouths. I ain't chasing niggas, don't give me the run around. To make it to the top, start from the underground. Yeah, but with you cheering, I'm a different creature. Had a wallet ready for a feature. Had a cheese, I'm the dog. It's ironic cause my father is a preacher.
I tell them, stand back, watch this, 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 scheme that, block this, go there, stop this, oh yeah, stop this, won't go there, so drop it, you too scared, you too big, can't compare, I'm different, those lanes I'm switching, nigga hang with the bullshit, we can get it poppin' too quick, B.A. secret weapon, nigga, you can hit with the boomstick, and the trigger finger hurt you, don't make a nigga pull it, two-stepping like my nigga Hutch, gotta find and get it double dutching, chef hits, I put him in the oven, one hand got a couple dozen, she give me head like a concussion, give her different strokes, I call her Mr. Drummond, fuck these niggas, I won't leave them nothing, they be pillow talking, they be Twitter tough until I pull up on them, then they get the bluffing, confrontation make them hit the panic button, stand back, watch this, 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 stand back, watch this.
Do you know who the hell I am? Do you know what the hell we do? This is my guy, my man, Con from the 703. Don't worry about who I am. I could be an intruder, I could be a friend. That doesn't matter right now. What matters is Con don't gotta put hands on none of you goofies because I got the honor of doing it. Anybody that says something slick about my mans, I smack the fuck out of them in my boo-boo denim and my Birdman lugs. And then I
Alright, so that was Stand Back. Videos on now.
I don't think his mic is going, but that was Stand Back from Con from the 703. Videos out now.
I definitely turned your mic on
There we
instead of
go.
mine. Yeah, Stand Back. That was it. The video's out now. And he's always awkward. But hit us up.
Keep giving me topics. Keep talking about it.
Join the convo.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty much it.
Appreciate y'all.
Boredom. We out.